good morning, greetings, and welcome everyone to my channel. You're watching Been Living with Big B. I'm streaming to you live from Western Australia. It's currently 5 a.m. on a Monday morning, and the 27th of September 2021. And the outlook for today, ladies and gentlemen, as I look out my window, looks like we're going to have blue skies shining on me. Nothing but blue skies do I see. What's so great about that? It means that I can go dumpster diving tonight. That's what that means. Now, we got ourselves a pretty good groovy program today, but before I get into that, just want to do a few acknowledgements. Our first one goes out to all of my subscribers, both new and familiar. Without you guys, and I've said it once, I'll say it twice, I'll say it a million times. Without my subscribers, there is no Been Living with Big B channel. I fully acknowledge that without you guys, that I wouldn't be able to do what I do. So, a huge thank you and appreciation for all your love and support to all my subscribers. Second of all, for all my members, all my Been Living adventurers. Now, I super appreciate your guys' contribution. Without your contribution each month, I certainly won't be able to do the things that I love to do and bring to you on a regular basis. So I certainly definitely acknowledge all my members out there, and also I just want you, my members to watch this space because I do have some great things, some great plans that I'm going to action just for my members. So I super love it, and appreciate your support and your patience. Thank you so much. Um, Also, want to acknowledge my moderators. Now, if you don't know who the moderators are, they're the ones with the blue wrench right next to their name. They work tirelessly to support the host channel, drop my links. They also make everyone feel welcome. If you've never been on the chat before, they acknowledge you. Sometimes the chat scrolls a little bit fast, and I don't catch everybody. Well, that's what my moderators do. They make sure they catch you when you fall, so you don't fall through the gaps, and that that you're welcomed. They also keep an eye on the chat, make sure that everything's tickety boo, and please feel free to speak openly. Just remember to stay within the realms of respect. That's all anyone asks. And our moderators, if they feel that you're crossing the line, they give you fair warning. And they're not ones to mess around with, my moderators. So I appreciate them so much. Just want to say that. Yeah, like I said, we're in for a bit of a groovy program. And hey, look, just want to say hello to everyone. Oh my gosh, there's my friend Tina Wilson. My hugest heartfelt condolences to you, Tina. I know the dumpster diving community and the YouTube community is right behind you, dear friend. I Words cannot express or even begin to, uh, you know, say how I feel about what you could be going through right now, Miss Tina. All I can say is that, and Hami Tangiwai would say the same thing. Kia kaha, which means be strong, and time, and give yourself plenty of time and plenty of room. And I appreciate you so much for coming in, even if it was just for a moment. As you can see on the chat, that everyone is right behind you, and yeah, just so much love, and yeah, my heart is really heavy for you. So kia kaha, Tina. In saying that, a a huge uh, condolences and prayers go towards Juan and his family as well. I understand that he has a loss in his family also. So let's bear a thought and consideration for these two humans, human beings, people on this planet that going through a tough time at the moment. So all our love and prayers and our energy, our good vibes and energy go towards you guys. So thank you for being here. You're amazing. So let's say some hellos to the chat and thank you for everyone that's been waiting. Your patience is so much appreciated. Sharon, hi Sharon, how are you? So good to see everyone. Cindy, hi Cindy, and Lisa James, hi Lisa. Um, and Julie, all the way over there in London, good to see you again, dear friend. Um, Jessica Dumpster Girl, hi Jessica, how are you? Hope you're doing well and you've been finding good stuff. Renee, my girl Renee over in Canada. Cheyenne, Dumpster Diving for Earth, how are you? Good to see everyone here. Wes, of course, but good to see you, Wes. Mary, um, just me, Kathy. I'll be in there shortly taking care of. No worries. So good to see you. That's why we're gonna have a groovy. Uh, we're gonna have a groovy program. We're gonna have a groovy program because we're gonna be joined by just me, Kathy, who is super groovy herself, and I can't wait till she's on here because I've got like this awesome intro for her. Boo Boo, hi Boo Boo, Brenda Reed. That's my girl Boo Boo. Um, just quickly going through. E Dreams, hi Inga, how are you? So good to see you, my dear friend, and of course, Waylon Myers, who I'm excited to converse with at the moment. I don't know if you know Waylon, but I replied to your comment. Sorry, we weren't able to do anything for you to drop this Monday, although it's still not too late. And but I know you got work, um, so I apologise I didn't get to you sooner. Hami tangi wai, tēnā koe e hoa, morena. Juby, of course, Juby, and we right now. Me and Billy are going through this glitter conversation, and I'll give you a backstory about that real scene. Lisa Jones, new member. I think you already were a member anyway, and it's just. But yeah, but thank you for rejoining again, one of the Bin Living adventurers, and of course, Tina. I've had to go right back to the scroll to make sure I got everyone. Lisa Adams, hi Lisa Morena, get the peki a koe, and I hope Dad is well as well. So I've also hooked up with the with my Facebook page, so I do have people out here that talking from Facebook. Hi Jennifer Chesney, good to see you. So good to see everyone. Southern Belle, Phyllis, of course, Francis, who was chatting from Facebook. Hello, Francis. Good to see you. And Carrie, hi Carrie. Vic, good to see everyone. Grab it, hi, grab it, brother. I if you were keen, grab it. A I sent you a link, my bro. If you felt like you wanted to come up. So good to see everyone. I appreciate you guys showing up and being part of this journey, this live. And Carrie, you're not feeling well. I'm just picking up on the DJ Dumpster Diver. How are you, DJ? And yeah, while we thank you for the reminder. Yeah, for all of these people that are new and especially from the Facebook side, for those that that are new to the channel or new to the chat, this is how I welcome you in. So I'm just gonna like just do a like a blanket song. But welcome home. You see, I made a space for you now. So welcome home from the bottom of my heart. So instead of doing that for every single one now, I'm just going to do it at the start and just that's your welcome home. Welcome home. So good to see all of my favorite people on here this morning. Um, Look, I just before I get into the topic of the day, I just wanted to get into something like I've been doing lives off my channel for a long time, and for those that have watched me or my journey for any amount of time would know that that statement is true. Grab it knows. I've been doing lives since before I even had 100 subscribers, and and the reason I do them is it's just my way of touching base with my subscribers and giving you just updates of like where I'm at that particular time in my life and sharing the things um, that I enjoy. Whether it be other YouTube channels. Like before I had a YouTube channel, I was quite prevalent on Facebook and did a lot of lives. So going live isn't nerve wracking for me as what it once was. So it also helped build my self esteem and my confidence, and yeah, just like public speaking, I suppose, if you like. Hi, Cody. How are you? So good to see you, Cody. Um, so that's how it is. So um, although in saying that, since being on, you know, since the Live Dive Lounge, I sort of treat my lives more like a program or a structured show. But the reality of it is that it's not a show. It's not a podcast like I'd put on my descriptions. It's nothing like Live Dive Lounge. It's just that I've got a more professional outlook and vision for just creating a live broadcast, basically. It's no different. It's no different to when I was doing it over a year ago, except now it's just now the ideas I have in my head. I love to action them and put them into play, and that's the blessing about being on the Live Dive Lounge and being around people like Juan and Ray and Grizz and Grabbit that they've helped mold my ideology around creating something that's show like, but it's absolutely not show like. It's just a guy. He loves his subscribers and enjoys touching base with all of you. So this is where I'm at. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get off rest for work tonight. Appreciate so much, Mr. B. Have a great day and great live stream. Thank you, Waylon. I appreciate you stopping in, if only for a moment. That means a lot to me that you do. And yeah, make sure you work well and work safe and come back in better condition than when you left for work, friend. Um, hey, hey, Midnight London, how are you? Thank you for joining us. So good to see you. Uh, just reading everyone's comments. How do you like my? It's barely awake, which is only a half truth. Only a half truth. Um, I did go out dumpster diving last night, During the day, it rained, it poured, the old man snored. But later on that night, it cleared up. The heavens parted. The sky was starry, and I went, wow, you know what? I'm going to go for a dive, and I'm so glad I did. Um, Sunday nights are usually pretty good, so I was just like so amped to see what I find. So I do have a video uh, in the pipelines, ready to drop for you guys for your viewing pleasure. So look forward to that. Um, I tell you what, the subject is going to be today, and you know what, Christmas, ladies and gentlemen, this is no joke. This is no Christmas is just around the corner. Like it was only Christmas, like it seemed like last week, and yet here it is. It's going to be around here in like next week. So I don't know. Are you guys Christmas ready? That's a serious, legit question. Are you guys Christmas ready? Hmm? I see Cheyenne going to garage sales and flea markets. Is that an aid to dumpster diving fines? Are they worthy Christmas presents? Do we put on there to granddaughter from granddad, or do we throw Santa under the bus? To I'm not even Halloween ready, says Lisa James. I'm almost finished Christmas shopping. See, there you go. That's Julie thinking way ahead. Yep, Christmas is just a few months away, says Belle. I don't even want to think of Christmas means. No. And Phyllis is Christmas ready. So she says, I believe her. Where's nowhere ready for Christmas? Yes, already started shopping a few months ago, says Anna Klugger. And welcome, Anna. Thank you for joining us. Yes, snow. I know it's snow is what you can look forward to for having that Christmas cheer in the Christmas season. It's a white Christmas for you guys, with the snow. Not here. It is summertime over here, so we enjoy the sunshine, the sandy beaches, the totally opposite. That's all I'm saying. Paula Gandel, Halloween isn't even here, and the stores are already packed with Christmas. It's crazy. I know, but I mean, okay, Halloween is one day, Christmas is one day, but the season of Christmas lasts for so much longer. The kids are on holiday. I mean, do kids stop for holidays over Christmas? I don't know about America, but over here in Australia, Australasia, New Zealand, Christmas time, the kids are off for about 6, 7 weeks, right? I mean, I don't have to worry about that myself. All my kids are growing, but my grandkids, my grandkids are coming over now, right? I'm looking after grandkids now. It's a whole different kettle of fish for me at the moment. Belle says, I saved Christmas wrapping paper that I found in the dumpster, so that would be ready for Christmas. Yeah, that would be ready for Christmas. Yeah, that's a good thought too, For all our dumpster divers out there, keeping an eye out for things that help wrap our presents and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not ready, um, but I don't care because, um, like I said, we my darling, she just puts up a few decorations here and there, makes it look all ditty ditty, and but she does that just to get into the spirit, right? The spirit of Christmas, and but other than that, it's not to be flashy for any of our kids, just for our grandkids. Just that habit, that spirit, that smell, that feel. So I just don't want to shock anyone. Okay, I know you have other holidays coming up, ahead of Christmas. But I mean, which is the big one? You guys tell me, which is the big one? Halloween or Christmas? Because there's no Halloween over here. Like some neighborhoods, like will dress up their kids. There's a lot of costumes that's centered around Halloween, but it's not really an Australasian holiday. Okay, so we're just like, where do we go? Where are we going? Sandra Barnard. Hi, Sandra. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, our question, our topic for the day is: are you Christmas ready? Are the things that we find, plus are the things that we find from the dumpster, like my dumpster divers out there, are they worthy Christmas presents? Are they? I think they are. I think for the most part that they are. Lisa, I always buy presents on Black Friday here. Okay, that's okay. Because here Black Friday is a week long. That's it. And when Lisa Jane said when because here is week long Black Friday, she's talking about living in Poland. Phyllis, love Christmas. It's always been my favorite time of the year. I like agree with you there, Phyllis. It is like definitely one of my favorite times of the year, especially as a child, and carried that on into my adulthood. Uh, I give homemade presents year round. E dreams, that is amazing. I have to say. Hi, Glennis. How are you? Good morning to you, or good evening, good afternoon. And a street copper 11. Now, people may confuse you, street copper, with street cooper, but I read you as street copper. I hope I got that right. And I didn't mean most people. I know Juan keeps on calling you street cooper. I have already started. I search for good deals. That's it, Paula. We always. It's not about gifts, all that stuff, but it's baking and spending time with family. That's it. Well, the gifts is just a remnants of the act of giving, right? And that doesn't necessarily mean we have to give to just family. It's certainly been earmarked now as a place where consumerism um, takes place and all of the advertising and all that, and you're bombarded, right? You're bombarded with all these. Hey, brother romantic, what's up, my bro? So good to see you. Just don't call him late for dinner. Seth, oh Seth, that's definitely street copper, eh? Street copper is Seth. I've heard you call him that before. But until you say otherwise, street copper, I'll call that's your name, my bro. Oh, choice of beverage for this morning is a nice hot cup of tea, a black tea, uh, English breakfast that I found in my last dumpster diving excursion. Hey, hey, number one off the Facebook. Welcome. Good to see you, Pauline. Yes, sir. It's copper. Yeah. Well, I know that, right? I know that. It's a nice hot cup of tea. Always get excited when I find English breakfast tea, or actually any tea, but English breakfast is really nice. Um, in the dumpster. Oh yeah, yep, I love it so much. I haven't had to buy tea right for a long time, for ages. I still got stacks of coffee that we don't have to buy, and you know what the blessing was about the last video was, although I didn't donate as much as I have in the past, I still was able to donate, and just to neighbors, basically. That's how close, um, the struggle is to my back, to my front door. literally my neighbors. I, yeah, so it's just easy to just let them know, call over the fence, just walk down the road, knock on the door. Sometimes I don't communicate with them. I just leave a bag just hanging on their door, and they know where it comes from. They know where it comes from, and they don't need to be like have face to face, with them. Just as long as I know that they're getting it right. That's all I'm coming down to. So what else? What is everyone else drinking for your afternoon? Like right now, I see Glennis is drinking espresso right there. Do I have cream in my tea? No, no, I don't. I have just black tea, and yeah, I love it nice and strong. So it starts off pretty normal, and then I leave the bag in it, which is cardinal sin. There's a cardinal sin amongst us worldly tea drinkers. Cheyenne, I'm just drinking water and eating some dumpster chips. I couldn't think of a more pleasant way to have a snack than one that was provided to you by the dumpster gods. Absolutely. That's what you do, B. All my neighbors love the little care packages I leave for them. Absolutely. I think it's like I think it's a skill or a type of bartering system that isn't being practiced anymore. Just giving to your neighbors. I mean, when you're away, they're the ones that are looking out for your property. They're the ones that are you know they look out for your stuff when you're not there, right? You got to be good. You got to love thy neighbor, man. We do, and I know all of my neighbors. I know all of my neighbors. Hi, Suzette. I'm late. Hello, Big B, and all. You are not late, Suzette. You were bang on time. You came at the time you were meant to be here. Sandra, we drink filter coffee, and in Afrikaans we call it moe coffee or boretruits. Oh, tree. Wow, that is awesome. I tell you what, Sandra, I love learning about stuff like that. My sister, she lives in Botswana. She's lived throughout parts of South Africa for over 30 years. Um, but yeah, I love how her sharing the African culture over there. Sandra, she's still there as we speak. Um, we have such an amazing neighborhood. We all watch out for each other. That's from Glennis. Absolutely. If you don't get along with your neighbors, then it's going to be a really lonely process. And we've only been in this house for 7 or 8 years. Maybe it's seven coming on to eight, but definitely, I make a point of going across and making myself known to the neighbors. The house just on this side over here. Um, we've had about three or four different neighbors, but always go over and introduce ourselves, especially if they got kids, right? Especially if they got kids. So all of the things that I find and they're for the kids, I go over there and drop them over there. Julie, you've been in your house for 33 years. Wow. You know, not only know your neighbors, but you know the shopkeepers and you worn a really nice track between wherever you go every day and to the stores. I don't talk to any of my neighbors. I did to one, but they moved. Okay, Cheyenne. Um, it just takes one person to change that. Oh, Renee, what about the ones the one who stole my chickens. Oh my gosh, yes. She is she is a she's a different old soul, that neighbor there. And if you're wondering what stolen chickens, I'll give you a quick backstory. A couple of years ago, I kept chickens. I bought some of some friends, made a coop, and it was amazing. We hadn't had chickens since we were back at home, and one of my neighbors took a shine to being an animal lover, took a shine to my chickens, became a little bit too involved in the care of my chickens. Um, when I moved the coop away, because the whole idea was to sort of like move the coop around and, and fertilize the ground and get them to to scratch it up and loosen it up a little bit and eat whatever and just loose. That was its sole purpose, as well as Christmas dinner. You know, that's not brutal, right? That's not brutal. They weren't pets. And when I moved the coop, she took it upon herself to hire one of the local kids and jump my fence, grab my chickens. And now, I wouldn't have known anything about it until I mean, of course, I would have eventually, but I looked over, I happened to be in my shed where her fence line is, and I could hear them. I could hear them clucking away, and oh my goodness. Anyway, it ended up in a big old hullabaloo where we she took a restraining order out on me, claimed I jumped over the fence and was peering through her window. She was a uh, um, she was a known sort of someone that's had mental health issues, and we just wanted to be like just good neighbors. But it's gone well beyond that now, and so she does what she does, and I do what I do, and never the twain shall meet. We're no longer going to be two ships passing in the night any longer. So yeah. Yeah, what the clock exactly? I know the extremes people will go to. Oh, definitely, baby. She clucked up big time. Yep, yep. She clucked up. Definitely a Karen, Renee. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So, well, and my hugest apologies to any vegetarians out there. My statement about slaughtering the chicken. Hi, Paula Lynn. Sorry I'm late. Just got up from a nap. You are not late at all, Paula, and so welcome. Thank you for joining us. I just finished posting on the Live Dive Lane Facebook page my waiata for Miss Tina. Yes, everyone, go and check that out if you're not already following or subscribed to the Live Dive Lounge Facebook page. Go and check it out. Hami is an avid um, a prolific poster on there, and yep, if he sees he's got a waiata, which is a song, therefore, yeah, I'm definitely going to check it out after Hami for sure. So yes, absolutely, yeah. So that was a fun little experience. To know there was a Facebook. Oh yeah, Facebook's been around for a long time, Cheyenne. I'm only joking. Yeah, there's yeah, Live Dive Lounge has a Facebook page. Um, uh, I'm sure it was a shock to everyone to not see the Live Dive Lounge up last night. I haven't been able to be in the last couple because of my work commitments have been really heavy, and if I'm really going to be honest with you guys, I'm not struggling, but we could do better, and then I do better by working more hours, and I'd sacrificed those hours in the past so I could make sure that I'm available for the Live Dive Lounge, and now um, I have to flip that sacrifice around, and now I have to sacrifice the Live Dive Lounge to do these hours. And my wife sat me down and gave me a good old talking to. She says, "Look, we need to be able to stay on top of our bills. We know what it's like every every uh, every Christmas. You know, the bills pile up while we can go on holiday." Lisa, I don't know what you done with the chickens. I have no idea what you did with the chickens. Mama, Hikeriti. Yeah, I have no idea what she did with the chickens. Um, so yeah, so that's why I haven't been on, and probably not going to be on as a panelist until uh, probably after the new year. That's what it's looking like. My only day off is Mondays, which is today. So I'm still able to do this this live, um, and it's just my way of being able to touch base with everyone, give you guys an update, and and have some fun. Um, it's not set anything like the Live Dive Lounge. They um, it's just a completely different show. And if you agree, it's not even a show. It's not a podcast. It's just a live. And if you agree with what I say, give me a thumbs up. If you agree with that statement, um, but yeah, uh, it's definitely not competing. So with the Live Dive Lounge, I think the brothers do a great job. Um, I love them all, and you know, yeah, and it's going to be tough to not be there. This way we get you all to ourselves, Bibs, says Bell. Yeah, thanks, Bell. Oh, thank you, Adrian, for the thumbs up, and thank you, Jessica, CZ, for and G. Thank you guys for understanding. Thanks, Renee. You have to work soon too, so I know what it's like. Yeah, Renee, exactly. And you work so hard, my dear. You know. Thank you for the thumbs up, Lisa. Whānau are and can be the true essences of life. That is so true, Hami. Yep, I understand. I sacrifice my time too by working online 2 nights a week after work, and it's hard, but helps out a lot. Absolutely, and I just want to be able to have enough um, in my you know, I want to be able to have enough confidently so then when my grandkids come over, I can say, hey, you know what? Let's go and get ice cream, or let's go to the movies, and those sort of special treats that my wife and we don't do that anymore. Too late to go live dive lounge. It's 4 a.m. here. What time is it for you right now, Julie? Like, is it it's still pretty late at night. Love you, Big B always. Oh, thank you, E Dreams. Love you too. And thank you, Cindy and Phyllis Street Copper, for your thumbs up, and Lisa. It's just, and Pauline. Thank you, Pauline. It just helps. It's a relief to me to know that that you guys understand that what I'm doing here and what the Live Dive Lounge is doing is completely separate. And Juan's got some good ideas, some great ideas. He's a trendsetter. I'd hope to utilize some of the ideas that you see first on the Live Dive Lounge, because I mean that's how trends start, right? Right? Someone kicks it off and starts it, and then other people emulate it. It's called a trend, and it's a form of flattery. It's just like imitating someone, like how I imitated Grizzly for so long. Because I just love his southern accent. um, yeah, G says we all have commitments that have to be put first. That's why I have sidelined most of my hobbies, etc., and spend most of my hours at work. Yes, it's 10:39. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. That's still within your stay awake hours. Big B, happy wife, happy life, and have fun with the grandkids. Paula, that is so true. Said it, that is so true. But men used to like mock that, but they know it's true. The underlying factor is when your wife is happy, life is great. So true. Um, hey, Dumpster Babe, how are you? So good to see you. It was awesome you sort of watching you dive with Ray on the video. It was so good to meet you. Voila. 10:40 for you, for her, and 11:40 for you, Lisa, over in Poland. Okay, 11:40 for you in South Africa too, Sandra. Oh well, that gives me a good general like time frame, so it's not like too late, but too early, but it's not too late either. Hi, Diane, where have you been? my number one moderator is in the house, Diane Phillips. So good to see you. Hello, Dumpsterland. Yes, Grizzly Strong, as you can see here, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sporting my Grizzly Strong t-shirt. It finally arrived, and I know a whole lot of. Has your darling complained about your beard yet, Renee? No, my darling, she hasn't. She hasn't. So, so it's good. It stays. It stays for now, and it's a good mask for my now prevalent missing teeth. So yeah, I don't see it going, and I'm gonna have to like block out the la 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 la, block out all of um, the try and get it shaved. Boo boo, it's 5:42 p.m. and same for you, Pauline. Yeah, so and same for you for Cheyenne and Paula Gandalf. So that's like 12 hours. You guys are like running at Eastern Standard Time, which is exactly 12 hours from us. Hey Diane, how have you been? I was busy, but I'm here for a while. Awesome. Awesome. Well, you're always noticeably missed, my dear friend. Always. Yeah, I'm always when I'm always thinking to myself, "Where's Diane?" But I know that you have. I know you have usually doing your supper time roundabout now. So yeah, Saskatchewan. Yep, you're in the central west central. Um, how early do I wake up, Big B? well, um, well, I we wake up early at 3 o'clock in the morning um, to take our daughter, drop our daughter off to work, who starts at 5. And then during the weekend, I get up at 4 in the morning so I can get to work by 6. So I'm an early riser anyway. My favorite part of the day are the mornings. I love that it's fresh and crisp and clean and quiet. I used to do all of my early morning walking at early hours of the morning. It's my absolute favorite part of the day. The air is cleaner. There's less cars moving around. There's less people and noise moving around. That's if it had been raining the night before, then everything's been washed down and washed away. You know, can you feel me? Right? So I really love the early mornings. My father and my mother both early risers. 2 hours before they would go to work. My wife she loves waking up super early. You know, each for their own very very different reasons. Love the morning. It's quiet, says Paula. Yes, absolutely. Hey, Happy Mac, how are you? So good to see you, my dear friend and moderator. Thank you so much. Yes, Bell, let's get 30 more thumbs up to get Big B to 50 likes. I certainly would appreciate that, guys. I, you know, every thumbs up sort of helps with the channel. That lets YouTube know that people out there actually sort of like what I'm doing, or or they don't mind it so much. Early risers for you guys too, right? Katie, I've always lived in the US, but he was born, grew up in Canada. If you know anyone with the last name Kurtz, they're probably related to me, really. Like Swoozie Kurtz, the actress. His side of the family bred like rabbits. Oh, true. Well, I love the morning. It's nice and quiet. Yes, I totally agree. Um, am I missing some? Oh, here we go. Yes, me too. Love the solitude and the quiet. Hi, Lynette Crow. How are you? If you are going to shave your beard or wait until November and raise money for the charity Movember, that sounds like a great idea, Lynette. I'll definitely consider that. But at this stage, yeah, it's probably going to stay during Movember. But I was a huge follower. I would just grow my mustache just for Movember, for that very reason. Absolutely. I have to get up early to take my kiddo to school now, so that has me waking up early now. Yeah, we wake up early for so many different reasons. I like the fact that I can get a lot of things done in the morning before while people like I had the saying like while you were sleeping, I read a book, I walked 5Ks, I got breakfast ready and cleaned my kitchen and made my bed and straightened up on my room. That's while you were sleeping. I love that side of things of what mornings do. It's like kicking your day off with with good habits. Having good habits. So I'm with you, Cheyenne. I like to be super productive. If I don't get things done by noon, it ain't gonna happen. Yep, fair enough. Fair enough. I think but sometimes I don't like to be constrained by time. Like, just personally, hey baby, I had to cancel all my memberships. My banker got hacked again. So sick of it, makes me like, oh, Pauline, look, understand. Look, I drop out in and out of memberships all the time, and which is why I haven't been on the Live Dive Lounge. I totally understand, and for me to be able to keep supporting the channels that I love supporting, or by being a member, um, or by giving super chats, during their lives and stuff like that. I have to do more hours in work, and it's one of the things that I have in a conversation with my wife that that she's allowed me to commit to. I mean, if you were to add it up over the entire year, it's not really that much. It's probably a week's worth of wages that's been spread out over the entire year in super chats and in memberships and stuff like that. And we're okay with that, right? We're okay with that. So, uh, but to make sure that we're still okay with that, yeah, I'm committed to going to work more, and the trade off is not being able to be on the Live Dive Lounge. So I really, really haven't had the opportunity to even mention that to the brothers yet. Um, so yeah, this is the announcement pretty much. I'm up at 6 during the week. Hubby off to work. When he leave, I go and snuggle my dog. There you go. Yeah, so don't you worry. I don't You know what, guys, ladies and gentlemen, I don't um, um, occupy. I don't fill my head with, why don't why don't people do this? Why don't people do that? I have enough going on my own plate to worry about too much with why people are doing or not doing certain things. To you know my thoughts and prayers go out when you're going through a tough time. But for the most part, I know you guys can handle it. And if you reach out, I will extend my hand to you. If you reach out, I'll extend my hand to you, and hopefully offer words of encouragement and support. Thanks for announcing it to us, your loyal fans. Thank you, Belle. Yeah, it was bound to come up sooner or later. But yeah, so there's no, I have no ill feeling or ill thought towards anyone. If all of a sudden don't show up on my membership stuff, yeah, I totally understand and super appreciate that the support that you did provide when you did. That's all that matters to me. I'm just glad that even that we're still friends. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It was gonna be eventual anyway. To let you know. Um, Last time I went away was through work commitments also as well. When my boss and I think I was off for like a month or 6 weeks or something like that. But this is gonna be right up through Christmas, so this is gonna be the only way you'll get to see me live is through here. Yeah, that's it. Regular jobs, regular life, and but still try and manage to find a way. I mean, I was uh, like I said, I've always done lives. I've always done lives right from the start. Belle, you know this. Renee, Diane, Pauline, all of yous know how long I've been doing lives for. Domingo Valentin, good to see you all the way over there in the Philippines. Now, ladies and gentlemen, now the reason why I truly believe that this is going to be a groovy live is because we got a groovy person coming in. Now, she may not like the accolade as much as that I'm going to give her, and she probably doesn't even want uh, you know the introduction that I'm about to give her, but it needs to be done. She is kind. She's generous. She is so super smart and so funny. And so funny. She has an amazing channel that has 50,000 subscribers. 50,000. Just say that real slow. 50,000 subscribers. She does amazing content and she is just everywhere. So supportive. I bring to you the groovy Just Me Kathy.
Oh my goodness. I'm not at 50,000 yet, y'all. I'm not there yet.
Oh my god! You might as well say that you are though, Kathy. Come on now. I mean, you're if you even if you were like 1,000 away, that is. I mean, I can smell it,
I
right?
know, right? Right there.
Yeah, you
Hey,
are right
y'all.
there.
I'm
I
sorry
mean,
that I'm late.
no, not at all, not at all. I've never considered anyone that turned up late, right?
Oh, I know. That's why I'm not worried about it if I have an issue or I can't be here right on time. So, yeah. Hey,
Oh,
everybody.
Absolutely not a problem. Hey, look, hey,
That was very sweet of you, and I appreciate that. And yeah, you're right. I felt weird, but okay.
that's cool. If I do, you see, if I do that every week, then it'll feel less weird.
Yeah,
That's the beauty.
that's probably true.
Yeah. Oh, so glad to have you like up here with me, Kat. As I enjoy it every other week as well. You know, and
Yeah.
you're on the chat, so you've already said hellos to everybody. Let's give a big hearts for just me, Kathy. Please, guys, let's see your hearts up in there. Yep, there you go. Adrian saying, yeah, you were right on time, Kathy. Everyone's saying hello. Can you
Thank
see
you
the chat
all.
okay?
I can't see the chat right now. I have to get my other device. And
That's okay. I can always
I feel
relay
like
the
I'm
message to.
echoing. Am
We
I
got Joe Ward over there. You're still in lockdown in Sydney over there, Joe Ward. Over here is, I mean, we're living a pretty pre-COVID free life at the moment, Joe, here in Western Australia. Really feeling for you guys over there, straight up.
Yeah, definitely. And prayers
And
for Tina and Juan's family. Why do I feel like I'm echoing? I don't have YouTube open, so I don't.
um,
It's
I
kind of
can't
weird.
hear any. I can't hear any echo from.
Okay, I just want to make sure that y'all can't hear it.
Yeah, yeah, we're not experiencing any echo on this
Okay.
side.
Yeah, no, prayers for Tina and her family and Juan and his family. And I did see while I was helping my mom that Carrie Vick is in the hospital with COVID. And prayers to her. I hope you get better soon.
Yes, it's definitely a thing that's taken the world by storm in so many different ways. You know, the Kavita from Trinidad and Tobago is saying hello to you, Kathy. Happy Sunday.
Hello? I'm sorry. I'm trying to pull it up here.
And everyone has sent you a whole heap of hearts. You know, heap of hearts.
I do have pet crickets, Inga. See, I told you people can hear them.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I
I
can't help
tell
it.
you,
They go away.
last night I was on a dive, ladies and gentlemen, and I get a phone call from Kathy, and while I'm while we're chatting and I'm out like diving, I'd open up the lids and I could hear crickets, right? And I'm going, wow, man, that's like really like that must be in the dumpster. Well, it's not. It's coming from her phone. It's coming from the phone.
They live in my garden.
Yeah. And I was going, dang, there's some really hearty crickets you got over there, Cassie.
There's lots of them. I'm sorry, y'all.
So,
Yes. Yeah.
hey, so how was Christmas shaping up for you this Christmas, Kathy? Are you Christmas ready?
Well, no, but it's just me and my mom. So we uh a few years ago, maybe 5 years ago, we decided that we would do little things for each other, but the majority of what we do for Christmas is we donate and help to other programs, sending money to help feed people and stuff like that. So that's basically our Christmas. That's what makes us happy.
Of
So
course. Yeah.
yeah,
Like Renee was saying, it's it's not really about presents, but I mean the presents are representative of the act of giving, right?
right,
That's what Christmas is all about.
right.
It's a time for giving. That's what the gifts are all about. You got to go to work. See you later, Renee. Be safe at work, Renee.
Take care,
On
Renee.
the way to work, at work, and on the way home. Always come home in better condition than when you went to work, which should be like happy, right?
I
You're
hope you
always
have.
happy. never happy going to work, but always happy leaving work, right? So that's always a better condition.
Absolutely.
I know, Mac. A lot of people were saying that people weren't even Christmas ready. Weren't even Halloween ready, right? They weren't even Halloween ready. But I mean, what's the bigger one? Is it
Christmas.
Christmas or
Christmas.
Halloween?
Oh,
What's the bigger holiday for you, Kathy? Is it Halloween
oh no,
or
Christmas for sure. I mean,
Christmas?
right. Yeah. No, Halloween is, for the little kids. They like to go out and wear their costumes. I mean, I remember being young and dressing up, and my mother would never, I mean, this was back in the 70s. She would never let me have those cheesy plastic costumes because she was afraid that I would get hurt because I couldn't see through those little plastic eye holes. So she would make these wild, outlandish. Well, to me, they were wild and outlandish. I was like a hobo one year, and I was like, why can't I wear the regular costumes like everybody else, Mama? She's like, because I want you to get hit by a car. So, I was a flat girl one year, and I had, they were just regular homemade costumes my mom did. And looking back at the pictures and stuff, hey, she actually did a pretty good job. So,
Yeah.
I felt, weird because I wasn't like everybody else. I was the odd person out. But I understand why she did what she did. So, whatever.
But I mean, it may be perceived as being the odd one out, but you're probably the only legit one there, right?
No, that could be true too. Yeah. Yeah, it was
Hey,
just,
Volt. Hey, Volt Diving is in the chat. Hey, Volt Diving, good to
hey,
see
well,
you, and thanks for joining us this evening. I hope everyone, how has your weekend been good so far, Kathy? Or everyone's, but looks like been having good weather there at least.
yeah, we haven't had any rain, so that's cool.
Yeah, yeah, that's the best. We've been having terrible rain over here, on and off. The winter is like slowly, disappearing
Oh,
as we're entering the spring season.
it's creeping
Uh,
up here.
I know, right? I know,
Can't wait. I'm sorry. I really can't wait for winter.
I
That,
know.
the high temperatures and all that. I mean, the winter affects my ailments more with my pain level, but the heat really makes you sick. So it for me. And anyway, never mind. I would be prefer to be cold than I would to be boiling hot. Let's just say that.
Oh, I totally feel that. I mean, um, let's put it out to the chat. But before I do, Belle has a question for you, Kathy.
Uh oh.
As a child, if you could have, if could have chosen a store-made costume, which costume would you have picked as a child?
Oh wow, Belle. I oh wow.
And here's some inspiration. Cheyenne said that last year she was dressed up as Nick Cage.
I don't even know that I even cared what it would be. I just wanted one of those plastic faces in the little box, like from the movie Halloween. That's the kind of costumes we had back in the early or late 70s.
Right,
I,
right.
I don't think I really would have cared what it would have been. I just wanted one of those. I don't think I cared. I can't really tell you what I would want. To be honest, I just wanted to be like every other kid on the block, and I wasn't.
Like the Joneses, you got to keep up with the Joneses, right?
Well, but when you're young, though, kids tend to make fun and bully in a way because you're not like them. You're not like the rest of them. So that's kind of where that came from, I think.
Oh,
I, I,
sure.
I just felt like the sore thumb on the hand. I didn't look like everybody else. I was wearing the hobo outfit where my mom stuffed me full of, well, she put me in overalls and put dirt on, made dirt with makeup on my face and stuff like that. And I carried a stick with a with a little sack on the end of it and stuff like that. I just felt weird. but I love my mom so much. Y'all know that. So I mean, I understand where she was coming from. She just wanted me to be able to see, which you couldn't in those masks. To be for real, you couldn't really see out of them. Walking down the street in a group of kids, which she trusted me to go out with them, and she just wanted me to be able to see and not get hit by cars and stuff.
Absolutely, of course.
We lived in
Safety.
California. We lived in California then, so it was a different time. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure packing your overalls with all sorts of stuffing was a safety precaution, and also, no doubt. Right.
Yeah, she did.
Good
She
night, Julie. Julie Elfield from London is saying good night. She's
Purple
calling it a
Heart.
night. Thanks for joining us, Julie. I certainly appreciate you, my dear friend. Thank you so much.
I'm sorry I couldn't get here sooner, Julie. Sweet love.
Yes, so like
But
that's the question I'm going to put out to you. Do you prefer the colder weather or the warmer weather? Me, I was born in New Zealand with Hamiora, so I love the cooler temperatures.
yeah,
And just as you were saying before, Kathy, it's so much easier for me um, to get warmed and rugged up and warm and battle the elements that way than it is to stay cool, man. Because
exactly. It's so much
you
easier
can't get
to close on.
you can't peel anything off of when you get to bare skin, right?
Exactly. That's right. You can pile it all on, but once you get down to your skin, you can't strip any more off.
And I really love the idea of like battling the cold elements too. You know, like being like snug and toasty and
Yeah.
warm, and and just outside of you is this rain and this wind, and it's whistling, but you're good. You're good.
Yes. 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 I totally agree with you on that. Yeah.
Um, but Bell says that colder weather, it's better to go dumpster diving for food, which is another fantastic reason.
Yes.
Yeah, it certainly is dumpster diving,
I,
especially most recently.
yeah.
Dumpster diving is way better in the equinox seasons. You know, the autumns and the springs
Have to
and
mute.
winter, of course. Best time of the year for you to go diving, no doubt, too, Kathy. Year before last, E James was saying I was cousin it from the Adams family, and my grandchildren were Wednesday and Pugsley. It's
Ah,
funny.
cute, Inga.
Yeah, that would have been. I
Oh,
can't wait to see photos of that, Inga.
yeah, I would totally love to see photos of that.
And Cheyenne says I burn too easy and get heat exhaustion really easy, so I struggle with the heat in summertime. There
Yeah,
you go.
me too, Cheyenne. Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is why these
There's
past
nothing.
couple months have been nice to not be out diving right now.
Because of the heat, right?
Yes. I've actually I've actually suffered heat stroke from being out in the dumpsters a few years ago.
Oh yeah, I have too.
I mean,
I have too.
I had to run behind one of the dumpsters, and I'm sorry, y'all, if you don't want to hear this, but I threw up because I was so nauseous from I was dripping sweat. I'd been sweating for like a couple of hours, and I just got to the point where I was like, you know what? I'm going to be sick. And I did. I got nauseous and I threw up from it. So my mom was like,
Ooh.
come home. And I did. But
Oh
anyway,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, like heat stroke and dehydration, man. Oh
Hmm.
man, that's serious business. I've like helped people out that have had like serious heat stroke, like like
Yeah.
life
So nothing
threatening.
in the dumpster is worth making yourself sick in that manner, you know.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Well, this was on a work site, in the northwest of Western Australia. You have to travel through. They call it the 26th parallel, which means you're going past the Tropic of Capricorn,
Yes,
heading
I know
closer
about it.
towards heading closer towards the working towards the equator.
Yes.
That you're on a like a completely different pay bracket, everything, man. But yeah, their biggest thing is heat exhaustion, sunstroke, dehydration. Yeah,
Yes.
crazy, crazy. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Totally not
looks
worth
like,
it. I'm
I
just,
know,
but
so
yes,
not weird.
I'm looking forward to the winter in a couple of months when it does get colder and I'm able to save food like you do during the winter time over there.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
know.
haven't been able to go to any of those dumpsters because, that there's really no point. It's all spoiled by the time I get there. So anyway,
Yeah,
and I'm looking forward to be able to save some of that stuff and trying to find new places to give it to, since I can't leave it at the pantry.
yeah, yeah. That's it. That's it. So, does it snow where you're at? Like, I mean, like it's
Oh
okay
yeah.
that it's okay that you're that we like the winter, but I mean, then there's the dredging through the snow, and you know, I know when it's a miserable night, I usually have makes dumpster diving, sometimes miserable, and I just want to like stay in because of the bad weather. Do you ever suffer anything like that as well?
Oh, we have snow quite often. Sometimes we have really bad years, and then other years are not quite so bad. But yeah, no. You just have to wait until you can dig yourself out, and then go to the dumpsters. There's a lot of videos that I have where I'm crunching through the snow, where I get a lot of comments. I hate listening to you walk through the snow, but I hate that crunch. Well, I'm sorry, I have to walk through it. So, and I've swiped snow off of stuff inside of the dumpsters trying to get to things. So yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I
exactly.
but I wait until it's a safe for me to drive and all that. So it might go 3 or 4 days without being able to get out and do anything. But we make it work.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Like it's been a mixed bag during the winter time here with the dumpster diving. I mean, obviously, the stuff is going to be there, but like I say, when it's a miserable night, man, last thing I feel like doing is going out and
Oh yeah, there's a
you
lot of
know.
those nights. Yeah, I hear you. Some
Now,
boat nights
have
too,
you
where it's super super cold. Yeah.
I know, I know, and yeah, just moving around, getting all the joints working, and I guess once you get going, you're all right,
Yeah.
you're okay. Once you get moving and you get going, and you've already like committed yourself to like, that's come on, get in the car, let's go.
Yeah, right. It's just convincing yourself that it's going to be all right once you get out there.
Exactly. Everyone's in a total agreement. They prefer the cooler weather than say the warmer weather. Totally understand. Plus, also, you know, um, uh, ladies and gentlemen in the chat, if you have any questions that you would like to ask myself or you would like to ask Kathy, um, please feel free to drop whatever you about dumpster diving, about what would you like to know more about ourselves, or who else would you like to see come up on B? Because I certainly would love to have vault diving, and I certainly would love to chat with Cheyenne, dumpster diving for Earth,
For sure.
and chat with Kathy and I, you know, or you guys have any questions or suggestions, drop them in the comments, and then we can address them each week.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, that'd sound like a good idea to you, Kathy.
Yeah, wonderful idea.
Yeah, yeah, or just anything that you think that would be worthy of being asked, then we don't judge.
No, not at all.
we'll, we'll we'll consider it all. And but yeah, we would love to hear any questions for you, from you, and then yeah, we can address them next week on the show. Obviously, if you're like Belle, she's got questions like right away. Like,
Bella has some
uh,
real questions though. She just, but yeah. Bella has
what
a
you
question. She really does. Sometimes they throw you off a little though when you're not expecting it. So yeah. But Belle has amazing questions.
Oh, she does. She does.
They're very thoughtful
And yeah,
questions.
always thinking like about the person, and about the situation. That's what I really love
Yeah.
about Belle. She's she's got a question here for you, Kathy.
Oh no.
They is yeah. Uh, um, she said last week that she came from the reseller community. What is that she resold and where?
Oh, I've been reselling on eBay since 2001, I believe it was, maybe 2000. My hang on a second. Lots of noise. My yeah, hmm. we resold stuff that we had, but I paid my way through nursing school by reselling on eBay
Nice.
for 2 years. And then of course I started working, so then I wasn't able to do it. So I was a full-time reseller while I was in nursing school, which was kind of difficult. But so
Yeah.
when I'm not on disability, but I do have disabilities. So I decided to start reselling again a few years ago. And so that's where I kind of started out on YouTube a few years ago, was checking out the reselling community, and that's where I started on YouTube as just a viewer and hanging out in the community or whatever. And then they were the ones, I made friends, and so I started talking about how I dumpster dive, and save stuff, and they encouraged me to do videos. So that's how my whole channel started. It wasn't even really supposed to be a channel. I was just putting up videos showing them what I found. And I tried to make them enjoyable and interesting for them to watch. And here I
Sure.
am. So
And here you are.
I it was not anything purposeful. I didn't say, "Hey, I want to have a YouTube channel," which is, everybody has a different reason for whatever they do, but mine was
Sure.
just a total fluke, to say, in a way. But yeah. So, but I'm still involved in the reselling community. And I always say I have one foot in the reselling community and one foot in the dumpster diving community. So a lot of my time is spent over there supporting their channels and my friends over there, and they have auctions and they have their all that stuff. And then I have the dumpster diving community who supports me as well. I mean,
Sure.
humongously. I'm just saying. But
Sure.
without
I'm
them, I would not be here. So where I am right now.
hence the ongoing support.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Plus, I
That
enjoy
make,
watching all that, because you know what? Nothing is ever permanent. Nothing is ever golden.
setting
You
setting
have to,
setting concrete, right? Nothing's ever set in concrete.
exactly. So, there may be one day where I go back to reselling. In fact, my mailman, he delivered, I had a few packages because I had bought some things from auctions over there on the reselling community. And he said, "How come you don't have any packages going out for like months now, months and months and months, like a year now?" I said, "Well, but I've been doing YouTube." So he was like, "Ah, cool, groovy. I have a really good relationship with my mailman. It's all copacetic. I'm just saying that.
No, not at all. I have a good one. Hey, your mail delivery that comes by foot, is that correct? Comes by
uh,
foot.
no, he's in a truck, and the community I live in, we have boxes out in the middle of the. I live in a cul-de-sac, which is a little circle. And
I
so
see. Yep.
there's a big mailbox with 6 boxes there for all 6 houses.
I see. I
So,
see. Yep.
but when I get enough stuff, he's nice enough to bring it. He's always been a wonderful mailman. I do give him a nice little bonus every year at Christmas time because he's so great. He even, most of the time you have to put in a request for the mailman to come pick up your packages that you're shipping out or whatever. He's gotten to the point over the last few years where he doesn't even, I don't have to do that. He just looks on my porch and knows that if there's something sitting on the chair out here, that I have something to pick up. So we have a good relationship, and I take care of him during Christmas time as
And,
best I can. And so anyway, but it was funny that just happen like a few days ago. He's like, I don't know.
and it's so important to have a relationship like that with your mail person, especially if you're doing a lot of reselling. A lot of
Yeah.
trust
Yes.
goes into that other person. Make sure it gets to from destination A to destination B. And here's the man that is in between.
Yeah, but
Um,
he's a really nice person. There's some that they don't even care. I hate when he's not working that day.
as vault diving is us. How do we do the call in like Kathy does? Vault diving, I send you a link and then you tap into that link and then you pop up on the show, on the live. Oh my
Yeah.
god, I gotta stop calling it a show.
Yeah. It is. It's a show on Sunday that you have. It's a live on Sunday. I'm sorry. You're right. It's a live. It's not a
Yeah.
show. We don't have. Yeah.
I mean, like I was saying earlier on before, Kathy, that it has show like qualities because of my being on the panel with the Life Dive Lounge.
Right.
I can I see the sense in that and having that sort of structure. But I've always done lives, as for the longest time. Even before I had 100 subscribers, I think I was doing lives,
Yes.
and all part and parcel of what I was doing lives on Facebook. So it seemed more natural. Yeah, that transition was natural. So yeah, I've always done lives.
Yes. I think it's just natural to call it a show, just because. It, I don't know. Yes, but you're right. It's alive.
Hey, where's this going? Kathy has a channel.
Uh,
Gonna,
Wes,
are you,
he does it all the
you
time.
gonna you're gonna put him in the corner soon, eh? Kathy's gonna put you in the
I
corner soon, Wes.
Wes
I'll tell
in
you.
the corner. Wes is from the reselling community, and he's a very nice person. So just take what he says with a grain of salt. He likes to. He likes to get put in the corner, apparently.
Lisa Davies and hi, Heather. Heather's Halls is in here with us also.
Hey,
May
Heather.
Palmer is saying hello as well. Hi, May.
Hey,
Hi,
May.
Heather. Yep, so good to see you guys in here. Certainly appreciate your attention. Thank you guys so much. Is it okay? Is it your talk show? Um, it's our just our live chat vault diving. But I'd the thing about what I I guess
Keep
I or we are trying to achieve is that we're just like to just, be connected with our subscribers, and be able to is be able to connect with you guys and give you guys a regular updates of sort of what we've been up to and what to look forward to in the future, like what we have planned. As far as our channels are concerned, and but also be able to have some creativity where we can bring you some of the things that we enjoy. And although we're a dumpster, it's a dumpster diving channel, and we talk things all about dumpster diving. We also have other interests, and We talked
Right.
about this earlier on, Kathy, about sharing the other things that we enjoy watching on YouTube,
You
because
too.
I'm sure that everyone on here. Hi, Morning Dive, welcome.
Hey, morning.
Um, that although we have um, a vested interest in dumpster diving, that we pretty much like watch other things as well. So when we shared that with each other, right?
Exactly. But we also get to connect with y'all on a more personal level, where you get to know a little bit. I mean, you watch our videos and you see some of our personality in there, but if, well, ugh. I don't go live for personal reasons, but I'm thankful that I have friends in the community where I can, I appreciate Big B so much for giving me this opportunity to talk to y'all on a more personal level. And I can't thank him enough for that. So, you get to know us better in a more personal way than it is if you're just watching our videos and, you know, hear us talk on there or whatever. We get to know each other a little bit better this way. So that's part of it too, right, Big B?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like, where we aren't able to touch base with you through comments, and comments are only give you a small snippet of like
Yeah.
what we really truly be able to say to you on a platform like this. So
Yeah.
definitely a better way to communicate with you all en masse, right?
Yeah.
So
We're all hanging out here, right? It's almost like we're all in the same room and we're hanging out for a couple of
ab-
hours every week.
yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Hi, Lisa Davies. How are you? I see you've got a question here. Why was there no live dive lounge on last night? Well, there's been some tragedies in the dumpster diving community, as well as Juan's family as had passed away in Juan's family. So they just took a night off to recoup and be able to take the time to grieve, I guess. So that's why there was no live dive lounge, and I'm guessing everyone in here was saying the same thing. E-dreams. I'm not sure what's going on with that statement, but you are always needed on my live.
What?
Absolutely. Um,
I wish I
Vault diving. I have sent you Vault diving. I've sent you a link. Emailed it to you. So if you go and check out your emails, their link is in there. um, uh, if you click on it, it'll bring you straight to this live, and then we can have a chat. Can't wait to talk to you.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I actually watched uh I think it was maybe 4 hours after y'all uploaded your last video this morning. Um, I watched your video. I mean, I do watch some of your videos, but I watched that one and it was great. Y'all got all that fruit and made smoothies and your shrimp cocktail and
Oh yeah, yep.
yeah,
I watched that too. That
yeah,
that that what is it called? Amazon Fresh. What
yeah,
a what a crazy dumpster that is, and it looks massive, like an open top, like
yeah.
huge, like amazing.
It's crazy how much Amazon Fresh throws out. Come on, y'all. I watched
And
their videos, but I was just saying that I did watch that one this morning when I woke up and I was like, holy moly.
yeah,
It's sad that they can't donate that stuff. But, what can you do?
and how many Amazon Fresh stores are there? Like, you know,
I don't know,
that,
but I found one like an hour from me. So if they do have an open top dumpster or one that I can access, I'll be trying to get into it in the future.
hello, sweet Amazon Fresh videos coming up, right?
Exactly. I'm waiting for winter when it's colder so that this stuff won't be spoiled. But yeah, I do have one like an hour away from me. It's not too far, but that is
It-
kind
it-
of
it-
far.
it's worth it. It's worth it, right? You know, when you know what you can, what you can potentially get, and that's without even doing any reconnaissance, right?
Yeah, right. Well, I did do some reconnaissance, but
Oh! How how important is it to recon where you go?
it's
You
super
know?
important to
Yeah,
recon new areas and new things just to try to save stuff. I mean, also to bring it to the public eye, which we have a platform here on YouTube to do that, to show y'all what people are throwing out, what these companies are doing, you
I
know.
know.
I know that if they donated everything, we would have no platform. We would have nothing to show you. But um, I really wish they would do something. To be honest, I would rather not have to save it from the dumpster, y'all. It would make my life
I,
a whole easier, to be honest.
it's one of the probably the most question I get, or one of the most I get asked a lot, Kathy, and that's why don't these places donate to food pantries or food banks, right? And I know for a fact that the Aldi stores, the 3 or 4 different Aldi stores that I go dumpster diving in, I know that they do donate to an organization over here called Oz Harvest and a couple of other organizations. One's called Halo, which is an independent organization that helps with the homeless and the less fortunate. I
Right.
know they do actually donate to them, but it's
Well,
only really a percentage of what their total waste is, and
that,
that they still throw away stuff that are too blemished
right.
for the consumer's eye,
Look, if
right?
you're hungry, do you care if there's a blemish on something?
No, no,
Do
but
you care
I mean,
if there's a bruise on it? No, but yeah, right.
yeah, you're totally right. You're totally. I mean, that's why we go and get it and present
That,
them to the people that in need, and they don't care.
see, now
They
here
they
here in the United States, all the there I can't remember right off the top of my head right now, but they do say that they donate and all of this stuff to oh gosh, Feeding America or something like that. But it's
yeah
only a few stores in a certain area that do it. The rest of them don't. It's not a countrywide thing.
yeah.
So they kind of lie to us saying that they're doing all this good stuff, but they're really not. So
Yeah, yeah. Well, I know. There's some of the thrift stores, like they get a whole plethora of donations from estates, from people moving house, etc., etc. And man, they have some of the biggest dumpsters at the back of their places, which is a crazy notion that donations are getting thrown out. So
okay, exactly. Okay, I think in my last video, I went to Bed Bath and Beyond and I found a ironing board and I don't know, some other stuff, and
yeah,
I needed to get it out of my car in order to get more room for food for the pantry. So I stopped at the Goodwill to drop it off, and my Goodwill has signs up. I mean, like literal printed signs that say it is illegal to dumpster dive in our dumpsters.
yeah,
They have security cameras trained on it and everything, but they throw out all kinds of stuff. But I'm one who is not going to get caught doing something wrong and suffer the consequences for it. So I steer clear of that. Some other people might want to go ahead and do that, and that's good for them. But I just can't do that. But I would really love to see what is inside those dumpsters. Because you know
well,
what? They throw it out if they don't think it's good enough to put out on their sales floor.
I think there's when I hear that, I think, well, there's a big difference between dumpster diving and dumpster looking, because I would like, well, That's when I first started doing videos. I was thinking to myself, um, I can't even take all of this, but it would be interesting to show the people,
Yeah.
what I see as a dumpster diver. And then when I started getting all my early comments that went say that didn't quite see it the same way I did, I don't know. Oh man, either I'm not going to show you, or I'm going to like take it all. So it ended up having that I took all of it, and or most of it, because there are consideration for other dumpster divers out there. I certainly was under no misconception that I was the only dumpster diver in town. Oh heck no!
Right.
I was the new kid on the block, as there are new kids on the block right now. You know what I mean? So I
Exactly.
was that kid. So, but yeah, the whole processing of it, it helped me realize that if I was to do that, I certainly had to find organizations to help me move it. Because for
That's
a
not
while there, and I'm sure you remember, Kathy, like I was doing cooking videos where I would preserve like all of the fruits and vegetables that I would have. I would like make meals and then give the meals away, and which was always a great idea. Um, but yeah, I think what we were originally talking about is that um, I know for a fact that the supermarkets, the shopping centres, they do donate. They just don't donate everything. So it means that we'll always have content waste, and rubbish has been ongoing for a lot longer than we've been diving. Let me tell you,
oh, for
Uh,
sure.
you know, rubbish has been around since man started creating it, and
I
uh, and
but
they
people
and
understood
they and
that
they
we can't do
all
it all.
yeah, and they always will. They always will
Yeah.
until we can control our consumption, or the belief that like these corporates have to cater to all of this consumption. Will we see a difference? The difference starts with us.
Exactly. Overproduction of stuff. I think you and I were talking about that as well
Yeah.
recently. You know, greeting cards. Why can't they hold on to them and put them out again the next year for whatever holiday it is? Why do they have to throw them all away and then reproduce the same cards and put them back on the shelves? It just makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
Not that I don't enjoy grabbing them, but you know what? My mom and I have greeting cards for the rest of our lives. We don't know.
Oh
I
my.
really don't have to take any.
Oh my
I do
goodness.
take
Oh
them and we
my
go.
goodness. Kathy, please do not get me started on Hallmark cards, greeting cards, birthday cards,
Yes.
sympathy cards.
That.
Stop it. Stop. I thought one of the like biggest hauls I ever had was in a Kmart, where I pulled out where I found like 15 boxes of Hallmark cards. 15 boxes. As
Wow.
it turned out, I could only fit six of those 15 in my car.
Exactly.
Right, I could only fit six, and I'm telling you, that was five too many. And and what it had happened just before the pandemic, so I was like giving away free cards and sending them off to America when the pandemic struck. They had cut out all sort of overseas uh, um, postage for a couple of months. So
Right.
there's people out there in the world that were expecting like a whole bunch of cards from me, and never got them. 2 years down the track, yeah, man, they were the toughest things to move, man. Yeah, when I had a garage sale, when I gave I practically gave everything away for nothing. I call it
I
my
remember you having a couple live garage sales.
yeah, I
Yeah,
did.
I'm with you on
One
that.
one was all free. Everything that was in there was free. there was a condition that if you came to the garage, the free garage, that
Yeah,
you
something.
had to leave, yeah, the free garage, right? The free garage, that you had to leave with something. You had to leave with something, and if you could spare the time, you had to stop and have a cup of tea. Sit down, have
Aw,
a cup of tea
yeah.
with me. So I had a jug, the pot of tea right there, and I had everything set out, and people were grabbing things up. Yeah, and if they went, oh, I'm not interested. Sorry, my friend, you got to take something.
You sad is that people are skeptical when you say it's all free.
All
They're like,
free.
that's not free. What's wrong with this picture? What are you trying to do? What are you trying to get from me?
Yeah, I want
Here
nothing
in
from
America.
you.
Here in America. I don't know about over there, but
Uh,
here in America,
I want nothing from
skeptical.
you other than a minute of your time to say hello, have a cup of tea. Are you from this neighborhood? How long have you lived here? Hey, I'm from New Zealand, blah, blah, blah. Try to
Right.
find some common ground, and then I do that like once, maybe twice a year. Here
Right.
we, hey, Kathy,
Huh.
before we move on any further,
Uh-oh. Do we have
ladies and gentlemen,
holy moly, do we have them?
ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be their premier live stream broadcast, if you
Woohoo!
like. Um, I've been watching these people for a while now, since at least they begun, and they've been very popular. They're growing at a wonderful rate. I bring to you Vault Diving in the house.
Wow. Hi.
Hello.
Oh my goodness.
Can
Yay.
you guys hear me?
Welcome,
Yes.
welcome. Now, do we? I mean, you know me as Big B, and you've got just me, Kathy. Do we just call you Vault Diving?
Well, I am Mrs. Volt,
Well,
and my husband
Volt.
does go by Mr. Volt.
Okay, so
He,
now I understand that the Vault is actually the name of your vehicle you
They have
drive
a
around in. Is
Chevrolet
that correct?
Volts.
yeah, my husband, he just started using that for his dumpster diving, and then we've been doing dumpster diving before, and then we were watching some other divers and stuff, and then we just kind of like thought about it, like, oh well, let's just make some videos and see how it goes, and then yeah, he just came out with that because he's been, people think that you have to have like this big giant vehicle to do it, and we had a Volt. So
With a little tiny car.
yeah, but it like
Yeah.
the seat folds back, so there's a lot of room. And I mean, if you've seen any of our videos, I mean, he's
Absolutely.
yeah, I kind of joke that he plays Tetris and he's like this Tetris master because he just fits everything in. Like, hello
Absolutely.
everyone.
Yeah, everybody. Can you see the
so
chat?
good to hear from
Where
I
you're at?
can, I can see it. Yes.
Yeah, we'll give you a minute to say hello to everyone if you like.
Yes,
Yes,
let me see this. I'm like trying to get this here. So yeah, I see. Okay, see, I see. Didi for Earth. Hello, Southern Belle. Hello, hello, Lisa. Hami, and I'm sorry if I mispronounce anyone's name. I'm sorry, but May, Southern Belle. Mary. Hello, everyone. Hello,
Awesome.
hello. We've been watching your lives too. We usually go to the park with the kids on Sundays, and I'm not sure if I missed anybody else.
Oh,
Don't
no
be
doubt.
nervous. Don't be nervous.
Yeah, hello everyone. Yeah, usually we go to the park with the kids on Sundays, so we always try to catch some part of it, like when we're out. And then
Oh, that's awesome. I appreciate that. No, and when you were saying before, if that's if you guys watch any of our video, we watch all your videos.
Yeah, we do.
Yep.
oh well, thank you.
No, as soon as it pops up on notification, I'm watching that bad boy. And I know you've had a certain amount of backlash, I guess, for a lack of a better word, about the voiceovering. So you've had to create another.
I know
channel.
some people said I'm so annoying. So I said I'm so sorry, but I mean, we take feedback, and I always say that we're fine with feedback, constructive criticism. That's fine.
Sure. Sure.
But we can't change our channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
You can't
No,
please
you can't
everybody
change.
all the time. So yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it comes with the territory, right, Kathy? And Yeah, we develop a thick skin or try and find solutions that work for us. I mean, I did make a comment when you decided to create that channel, and I think
Oh
I said,
yeah.
don't they have volume buttons? You know, like turn
Exactly.
it down. You
Mute.
know.
Turn it down if you don't want to listen to it.
Someone had actually made a comment about that, something about like something about mute, and I'm like, yeah, there's a little button right there on your remote. But
Yeah, give it a try. You know.
well, so we actually, okay, because we do the voiceover, because and we get this a lot too, because I know, like, I mean, I haven't really seen anybody like that, but it's like my husband, he does the dumpster diving, you know, he's good at getting everything out, so he does that. And but he's very focused when he does his dumpster diving, so there's no way that he'd be able to be like talking and explaining everything while he's doing it. And then and it does, there's a lot of editing too, because he does like walk around and he takes his time, like, for the most part. So we just do the recording and then we do the editing, and then I just do the voiceover for it. But also, like, the other channel is just like the raw video, like without the, the voiceover.
Sure.
So it wasn't like I had to put any extra work into it. I mean, besides uploading and doing like a little extra waiting for it to upload. But I mean, it's just, we're uploading the raw version of it, and some people like it and some people don't. But I mean, that was just an option that, we were able to do. But I mean, I've mentioned before, I mean, we can't change the whole, function of the way we do it, but there is that option.
You can't change how you do things. Yeah. I mean,
because it's like whatever works for you.
Over there in Facebook, and
so you've got an ASMR channel, and you've got, another channel.
Yeah, right.
It's like some people just want to see the dumpster diving and they don't want to hear me talk about, the stuff that we find.
Which is fine. Yeah. I don't take that terribly wrong.
I think you found a good solution by providing both. It's a fantastic solution. And I'm going to tell you what I like about your voiceover. I mean, aside from your soothing, wonderful voice.
Yes.
Okay. Aside from that, I like that you intentionally inform us about some of the things that you find. I like that you intentionally tell us about things that you're going to do with what you find as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell you that Bed Bath and Beyond video where your husband found all of those comforters.
Holy moly, that was amazing.
Those UGG products was absolutely amazing. And I swear to God, I was yelling out there. I was going, "You missed the UGG!"
No, I know. We got in trouble so much for that video, because that was like the one time where we couldn't fit everything. Like, really, like, I mean, we had it stuffed. I couldn't even see out the window. Like, my husband had to like hold things down, and like we had the trunk completely full, the back seat, the front seat, like everything was filled to the top of the car. And yeah, we left some behind, and I was just like, oh no, and that's a far dumpster for us that we go to for those ones. So most of them, like the scrapping ones, they're nearby, where we're at. But those Amazon Fresh and the Bed Bath & Beyond one, we had to do a longer drive for those. And then plus the security is like really heavy on those areas. So we couldn't really take too long in there. And my husband actually slowed down the video 10%. Some people were like, you need to hurry up. But he was actually like running to the car and running back. But he had to like slow down the video because it was too fast to show things. But that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really? Wow. Oh no, you've produced some like incredible content, and but yeah, I really enjoy the show. Your videoing's real, the camera work's really crisp and clear. I notice here a lot of your diving's all during the daytime. Is your and I understand from watching your older videos that you were all part of the reselling community. You got an eBay store, is that right, or Amazon? Which one?
Well, we do sell on eBay and Amazon.
Okay.
So we've been doing that for about 2 or 3 years now. probably
Yeah.
almost almost 3 years. So we've been doing that, and then we just started recently doing the dumpster diving and then the YouTube. Yeah, but it's just like my husband, he was working in like a ventilator company, like we're, producing ventilators. And then during last year with the pandemic, it was like he was working 2 full-time jobs. And then, yeah, after they closed down, there was a lot of layoffs and everything because now the ventilators were not in demand. And we just started focusing more on doing the dumpster diving, reselling, and all the scrap too. I mean, there's things that we find that is like, I mean, I don't know if you've seen the thermostat ones, but those ones were like $1,000 for, something that is scrapped for like $10. So there's things that you can scrap and there's things that you can resell. So that's kind of like what we're trying to focus on right now. And, it works because, we get to spend more time with the kids together. And
Absolutely. Yeah, anything that enables you to work from home and spend time with the family. I mean, that's the goal,
mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah, of course. So it's just gives us a little bit more freedom, but it's not to say it's not, it's not easy because there's just so much more involved than what we show in the videos.
It will get easier, I promise you, Mrs. Walt.
Well,
y'all are doing, and you'll continue to grow, and yeah.
Yeah, it's like when we first started, it's like, oh, I felt like I was just talking to myself on these things. Like now it's like, okay, there's actually people watching these videos. So it's, and I'm trying to improve and continuously improve and as much as I can. And, again, I can't change the channel, the way we do things, but, there's things that we can do that to try and benefit the channel. So we do take any feedback and tips and tricks and everything from our viewers because there are other dumpster divers as well. So
Absolutely, well, you'll find that as time goes, and when Kathy and myself can testament to that you'll find that your channel will change. It'll evolve with you guys. With the more confidence that you guys grow and have, the changes will be real subtle though. But yeah, you'll find that there'll be some changes, but it's more an evolving rather than a change.
There's only so many changes that you can make based on feedback from people that, how do I say this? You don't want to change who you are or how your family works or how your diving channel works. You don't want to change any of that. I mean, there's little subtle things like Big B said. So, people can be really harsh in comments. So,
yeah.
I mean, but you got to figure there's only a couple of people that are saying that. So kind of take that with a grain of salt sometimes.
Yeah.
And
there's
just
so many wonderful ones.
Yeah. I mean, like Big B and I have talked about it. The good comments outweigh the bad comments, but just don't change who you are because that's y'all. So
yeah, that's it. Keep it legit. Keep it honest and real. I mean, I just want to say Renee has just dropped the link for Vault Diving, so please go over there and join their channel and watch a video and then drop in the comments. US Big B and Kathy sent you.
Thank you, Renee.
Yeah. And she's just hopping off. So if there's any other moderator in there that can please carry on dropping the link for Kathy and for Vault Diving, certainly would appreciate it. Hello to Jamie Rowland over there on the Facebook land. Thank you for joining us. Sorry you have not bugged us at all. We appreciate you coming in. And Dumpster Diving Mo, hello. Dumpster Diving Mo. How are you? No, that's it. We have to develop a thick skin when you're in this game, and I find it all amusing, to be honest. Before it used to be like, oh man, what am I, like is there something wrong with me? What could it be? What could it be? And I'm doing so wrong. I'm not doing anything wrong, man. I'm just like, just keep on fighting the good fight, and like I say, we evolve with as things go better. I mean, you already have, even as a even in your voicing, even in your voiceovers, you've I know you're like explaining like what you're seeing your husband do via the video, but now you're starting to add these like the extra little skits, like adding the places of the world where your subscribers are, which is a genius move, and and explaining, being able to explain more, um, articulate more about like what you're doing with the stuff, and some little snippets of information that we may not know. I
Oh
love it.
yeah. Thank you. I want to say
Yeah.
hi, Jody. She's one of our newest members. I see her right now in the comments.
Oh,
But
JD, yes, she's a rock. JD, she's an absolute rock.
yeah, we just
And
we got some comments, where they're from and different places, and I just thought like that would be interesting to see it on the map. And first started out reading the countries, but then yeah, it was too much, so I just had to change it up a little bit and just. But that's good. I mean,
yeah, yeah. No, I think that's awesome. Hey, Frankie Evans. Yeah, my bro, what's going on? Thanks for joining us. Now we got Just Me, Kathy, and we've got Vault Diving, the premier live right here on Been Living with Big Bees live. So glad you guys could jump on, Mrs. Vault.
glad to be here. I've been trying to get on, and I had to come on today, and I got it figured out. So all the technical part that I got that set up.
Such a sweet voice. Oh my goodness.
Oh, you too. And then I love your score.
Aw, thanks.
You guys find so much good stuff too. And then it's like, I mean, we just recently started doing like the food stuff. And so we're trying to find more of that too, because we started out with like apartments and industrial kind of scrapping, but we see that people like the food, and you guys always find so much food, and we're trying to find more of like the packaged kind of stuff, because where we're at we can't really donate the fresh stuff,
The shelf
and
stuff, yeah.
so that's the thing we're keep looking for. And I mean, we find a lot at Amazon Fresh. I don't know, I kind of like, I heard you guys talking about Amazon Fresh, and then I had to like fix the mic and all this stuff, so I didn't get to hear what you guys were talking about. But
I found an Amazon Fresh about an hour away from you. It's a new store. It's like the only one in my area. So I was saying that I was doing a little bit of reconnaissance on it, and once winter it gets cooler here, I will go and start doing that, because I can't really save fresh food during the summertime. It's already spoiled by the time I get there. So
Oh yeah, I think,
But
well,
yeah.
because we started doing the Amazon Fresh, and we noticed like we kind of sit outside for a little bit, and we see them constantly bringing out stuff. So,
Wow.
and my husband will see them like bringing out bags and trays, and one of the videos they were throwing bags in while he was inside the dumpster, so he was like trying not to get hit.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
That one
But-
too.
Yeah, they're constantly throwing things out, and he's actually talked to people that work there, and they told him that they donate pretty much every single day to Second Harvest Food Bank, but you see the dumpsters and you see how much is still thrown out. So it's just, there's so
Wow.
much. Like this last video that we came out with, and we actually had an audio issue because the truck was right next to the dumpster, and the truck driver was talking to my husband after, and he said that there's times where their Amazon is full and they won't even take in the food, that they just straight like donate it because they don't have the space for it. So there's like pallets of bread or whatever it is that they're taking in, and then they just send it right back out.
See, and that's where overproduction comes in. It's kind of
Way over the top,
Yeah.
man. Like they're making more of an issue about the demand than the need. So it's crazy. So one of the things I sort of help with when I started getting like taking larger hauls for the food, I had to make sure that I had in place organizations or places that I could move it through, because it just could not sit at my house for any more than a day. So now I'm in a position where I find the food that night, and it is literally gone the next morning. It's literally gone the next morning. So that's my tip to you and anyone else out there that goes dumpster diving for food.
yes.
Yeah, make sure that you have places to donate to in place before you start taking it all, because it can become very overwhelming very quickly.
Yes.
Before
Yeah,
you start
but
having
that-
spoiled food in your own house,
yes,
right? In your own house.
exactly.
So,
Mhm.
if you like, I can help you with searchings for stuff. I know dumpster diving Cheyenne. She's got a keynote on some places that she goes to. That she's put on her TikTok channel to share other with organizations that help with her donating. So there's that. But I just look online and in your specific area, like it
Mhm.
could be blessing boxes. Like, I'm not opposed to putting fresh stuff in the blessing boxes, as long as or places like blessing boxes, as long as I know that it's one that gets used regularly,
Mhm.
right? So you can put fresh stuff in there, even they say they don't. But if you know that it gets used quite regularly, like I know the one, oh no, that wasn't you, that was Heather. Sorry. Um, I know most of them say don't put fresh produce in there, but I mean, like there are things that you can put
Oh
in there
yeah.
that will last. Like root vegetables will last, quite a few days, even in ambient heat,
Mhm.
yeah, and stuff like that. But okay, not
Yeah,
meat.
that's true
Right.
because yeah.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
Yeah, I know that's true. There are things that last longer, and then there are things that just like we've taken home too. And we had my husband actually found a juicer in one of our videos from the apartment dumpsters, and all it was missing was the little canister, like the pitcher part. So everything else was fine. So that actually saved us a lot because we get tons of fruit, and the fruit will go bad quick. If you don't
Yeah,
use that up or find somebody. So the juicing actually takes a lot of fruit to make the juices. So that's
it
something
does.
that my kids love. They like now, we go dumpster diving. They're like, "Oh, can you make some juice?" So they'll
That's
have like apple juice and orange juice and
Heck
whatever
yeah.
juice they get in there. It's like a mix of fruits. They get a fruit punch because that actually works really well.
Absolutely, absolutely. When you can feed the family with stuff like the fresh fruit and the vegetables, oh my gosh, you're on a winning hand right there. Feed
exactly.
it to the kids.
Yeah. Shoot, thanks to Amazon Fresh, we get Angus steaks and they're like $40 a pack.
Oh man, I'm so jealous with some of the
Uh,
meat that you
I know,
find there. My
right?
goodness.
it's like, oh, we're eating steak again?
Holy moly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, except this time we're having it in a stew
exactly.
instead of just a whole steak.
You get it two ways. I know.
Lynette Crow was just saying that uh, Coles donate to Second Bite, which is another donation organization. But they are pretty picky, and I've
Mhm.
noticed that as well. Some organizations are really picky about the food that are
Yeah.
being donated, like not being expired, in relatively good condition if it's perishables.
Mhm.
But I've always maintained, and I've even said to organizations, hey, you shouldn't be making that decision for the people that are going to eat it. If you're just a provider, let them make the decision to take the food or not, because a hungry belly does not care if
Mhm.
there's a blemish on the you know on the fruit or something like. They don't care, as long as
Oh
they're
yeah.
being able to fill their pantry, put food in their fridge, and ensure that their kids go to school with lunches.
And
Just
that's
They
cut that.
may even
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh no, just cut the little piece off.
Right, exactly. But that's the thing about the United States, though. We have the Bill Emerson Food Donation Act that was enacted, I believe, in 1996. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. It's right around that area or area, year, whatever, where there is no fault from any company, personal donation, or anything like that. If you don't intend to hurt anybody by donating it, then there should be no issue. So that's what a lot of the problem is that a lot of places are not educated on that premise. of that act where it's okay to donate as long as you don't intend to hurt somebody by donating. You're not saying, "Oh, I'm going to give you some bad stuff to eat."
Yeah.
With expiration dates and that kind of stuff, or blemished fruit or vegetables or whatever. So there's a lot
Yeah.
of misconception in the United States about that.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it's like generally just like right across the board. It's like that. But yeah, things need to be changed. I've got a couple of things here from one's from Jamie Rowland. So do you also donate to other things other than food? You know, like um, sanitary products, small toys and books and stuff like that
Well,
to
yeah.
to blessing boxes.
I do. We actually, because that's most of the stuff that we find. Like we usually go in dumpster dive at apartment. They'll throw out like clothes and shoes, and like we find like even like some that are like almost brand new. You can look at the bottom and it looks like they've never been worn. But there's a lot of stuff like that usually what we do is like maybe well, we were going more often before because it was smaller loads, but usually we fill up the car and then we'll make a trip, and then there's multiple blessing boxes nearby, so we'll just drop off what we can in each one. And
Wow.
I see them like they're going through it before I can even unload it. Like there's people and there's little kids that are getting all excited with these toys. There's ladies, that have small children. So I'm like trying to unload stuff, and they're already looking through it, asking about it and stuff. So
Nice.
I check back too, because I don't want to leave a bunch of stuff and then have everybody throw things all over the place. But it's gone like within the day. Sometimes the next day there'll be like a couple things left, but then
Yeah.
later on it's gone. So
See, I'm glad you said that, because a lot of
mhm.
people will say, "Oh, you put that in there," and then I'll have my next video and I'll put up the blessing box or the pantry. They're like, "See, everybody took everything right away and they just cleared it out, and it didn't go to a bunch of people who needed it. It went to one person," which isn't true for the
No.
most part. It may happen in some areas, but it doesn't happen in every area. So stop being cynical, y'all. I know there may
I
be a lot of people. There are a lot for benefit.
No, I think
it's
I think there's a conception that when you're like the people will take all of the chocolates or take all of the biscuits, or take all of the chips.
Right.
But I truly believe that the people that utilize the blessing boxes treat it exactly as what the box is called, as a blessing.
I
I truly believe that
know.
they know that they have, that their heart is filled with thanks for being able to receive it, and know full well that they're not the only ones that are struggling out there. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's a real misconception that one person takes it all. That's a
Yeah.
crazy notion, to be honest.
Yeah.
yeah,
Hey,
there's
yeah,
oh
here's one from Jody Ramsey. Here's one from Jody Ramsey. She is limited to where she can donate everything she finds. She has 1 million cards. My fellow co-host. She has 1 million cards, all different holidays, and has no idea what to do with it. Party supplies, all kinds of things. Can we suggest? Can we give her any suggestions that may be of any help to 1 million cards?
Holy moly, that's a lot of cards, y'all.
maybe
Ner-
like a senior center type of thing,
There you go.
VA,
Yes.
something where I don't know, nursing homes.
Yeah.
Sure.
Daycare senior centers where
Uh-huh.
they have people come in from different assisted living places, and they have a daycare per se. I know it's kind of weird to call it daycare for elderly people, but yeah. Uh,
Why not schools, and encourage them to send notes, just
yeah.
random notes to families and or other students to each other. Why not donate them to schools or early learning kindergartens, where they can learn to like draw and write on these cards. How about like filling out one saying thanks and then putting 20 in the envelope and say pass this on to 20 friends that you know.
You can leave
You
them in
know,
a blessing box. You could leave a big box outside of your house if you're able to do that with your homeowners association. I can't do that here, but you could leave a box outside and send free cards, take what you want.
And
yeah,
Big B, you said about the schools too. If there's like Mother's Day or Father's Day, that would be good for like a elementary school or something where they do like the little gifts that
Yeah.
they make and stuff.
absolutely. I mean, for any holiday as well. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it's it, I think we should be teaching our kids the act of giving rather that they see that they're receiving. You know what I mean? And to have the cards out there for that, it's already done. All they have to do is just fill it in, give them to each other. Father's Day, exactly. Um, hospitals,
Yes.
you go take them into hospitals where
Oh
people are
yeah.
just thinking of you and something like that.
Mhm.
Well,
I guess at the end of the day, we're only limited by our imagination, about like the places that we can donate to. And I'm not saying that you have a limited imagination, Jody. I'm not saying that at all. But sometimes it's best to put it out there, just like what you've done, and brainstorm with others is a
the only
great way of
I'm sorry.
doing stuff. What you're saying, Kathy?
No, I was going to say the only problem we've had recently in the last year and a half has been the pandemic. So a lot of places aren't accepting things, and they still aren't, to be honest. So it's been kind of hard with regard to that. You can donate to veterans' homes. You can donate to hospitals, nursing homes, senior centers, the blessing boxes, churches, schools, whatever you can find, that will take it. Sometimes they won't because of what's going on right now, just because for whatever reason.
Absolutely.
It's been difficult, to be honest, for the last year and a half.
It really has. The COVID has really changed the climate of donating, and the two churches that I've donated to on a pretty regular basis aren't accepting any more donations from public anymore. You have to be they'll only accept the donations from the reputable organizations that collect, from the docking of the stores. And even though I'm very transparent about where my donations come from, it comes from the dumpsters.
Exactly.
That was never the threat for them. It's been around, just this COVID, the pandemic scare. So I understand.
Different. Every area is different too. Well,
Sure.
in the United States, every area is different. Some places are more wide open, and some places are more closed off. So it just depends on where you live as well. So just try to find out what's going on in your community. But everybody has to understand that not every community is the same. So what you might be able to donate to schools and churches and all that stuff, I may not be able to, which is the case right now. So
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's really good that you're able to put something like that in, on a format like this, and be, and give them plenty might spark some ideas or inspiration,
yeah,
where you can. You mean, she did say that the only thing she's been able to donate to schools have been sealed gloves for the nurses, because of the COVID.
yeah,
I mean, bear in mind, I mean, like, I've got a ton of schools, surrounded by schools here. So I guess it's just trying to find the right one, the right one. But yeah, good luck with that, though, Jody. I'm vying for you to get rid of your million cards.
yeah. Good luck, Jody. Holy moly!
I'm sure, Jody. I'm sure that you can get rid of three of them. You can send one to me, one to Kathy, and one to Mrs. Bolt.
There you go.
There you go.
That's three
That
done.
or or you have enough cards to last you a lifetime.
And don't be ashamed if you have to recycle them. There's no shame in recycling, because you know what? You're always going to find more cards.
More cards.
I'm just saying, you're gonna find them every year.
Hi, Jody Donnelly. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. She was saying Mandra has a seniors group who go to shops and collect donations. They certainly do. They certainly do. I've dropped many of things at a lot of the thrift stores as well. You know, for donations, like the cards, for example. Um, I was in the same boat when I was just talking with Kathy about it before. I had like 6 boxes of cards, but man, I'm so glad that I don't have them anymore. I have to say, yeah, I'm totally pleased with myself that I managed to get rid of them all.
Exactly.
Wow,
I was like, holy moly, you brought more cards home. And I'm like, can you please go through them? And she painstakingly goes through them for me and divides them up into their different categories, because when they throw them away, they're not always in their category. So she does that and boxes them up, and then I put them out for the VA to come pick up. So God bless my mama. I'm just telling you.
absolutely. Hey, Maori baby, how are you, Jay Lee? Good to see you, dear Fringos. Good to see you. Sorry, guys, I'm just like reading through the comments here real quickly. I've got some questions here. Do you do yard sales at all, Mrs. Bolt?
Where we're at, we're not really able to do the yard sales. It's not really a good like location. Like it's a little
Yep,
difficult to get to where we're at. So
sure,
no, we don't do yard sales. So it's pretty much like we go to eBay or Amazon or donate. But
yep,
yeah, it's hard not to become a hoarder. So we gotta keep trying to get stuff out. So once it's sitting for a while, it's like, okay, another donation trip, let's go, because we have so much stuff. And then it's like there's things that sell on eBay, but sometimes they'll sell within a few hours, and sometimes it's like a few months.
sure,
So that's the hard part too, is like you see so many things that have value to it, and it's hard to kind of like say like, okay, like I could sell this or can donate it, but it's hard to kind of like, no, we can't throw this away because that's where we got it from, is the trash, and somebody can use
sure,
it. So pretty much eBay, Amazon, and then donations, whatever we can. And then yeah, it's pretty, we don't take any like bulky furniture. I mean, unless we're gonna like keep it for ourselves.
sure,
But like a lot of like clothing, shoes, household goods, um, that kind of stuff, we find a lot. So those things we are able to donate. And then yeah, we find a lot of textbooks too, because we're like near a university. So that does really well on Amazon. And that's like a thing that I always talk about, is like, if you don't sell and you want to kind of get into it, like Amazon textbooks are so easy. You can
really,
just scan it, you get the Amazon seller app,
Yeah.
sign up, scan them, and there's like, you put it in the quantity, condition, and your price, and that's it. The listing's
Yep.
already pre-made. So that's really, really simple, like to get started with. And then yeah,
Fun
we
fact,
just
I have an Amazon seller account. I don't sell on Amazon, but I have one.
well, it's actually a good thing to actually sign up, even if you aren't selling yet, but like, 'cause
Exactly.
they
Yeah.
are always changing their requirements. Like I'm gated in so many like categories where
So am I.
you have to, yeah. But there's still some that you can get by, and like you find something that you can sell on Amazon, chances are it'll sell for more money than eBay. So that's
Exactly. And there's nothing wrong with dumpster divers who are in the position where they want to or need to sell stuff. Not everybody is in that position or needs to. So, I think it's amazing. Just saying.
yeah, because there's things that like we find brand new stuff all the time. Even, I mean, of course, used things. eBay is like the place for used stuff.
Yep.
But yeah, there's so many things that, I mean, yes, we will make a profit on some of our dumpster dive finds, but like the way we see it, like we donate so much. Like
Exactly.
we donated before, but it was just like our stuff, like our old clothes that we, switched out, or some stuff that we own personally. But it was nowhere near the amount of stuff that we're donating now because of the dumpster diving.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I think you
I
should
just
be allowed to make some money and then also do
exactly,
your part to donate.
absolutely, exactly. And everybody's situation is different. My situation is way different than yours. And yeah, I'm just saying that, don't look bad upon dumpster divers who do sell stuff for resale and make some money off of it. There's nothing wrong with it. Because most of the time they're donating just as much as they're selling. So, yeah. I
And
think
anything to stop the death pile from getting larger and larger,
Exactly.
right? Yeah. So, Mrs. Volt, will people be able to find the link to your eBay and Amazon through your channel?
I actually haven't added that.
you should.
I'm still like I'm it's kind of like back and forth on that. But yeah, I probably will.
You should.
So, will you be able to drop it in the comments so people because people are asking about whether you've got a link. You'll be able to drop it in the comments at some stage so people can tap into it.
Well, I do. Oh, I don't know if I can get my keyboard up, but I do have we are doing a Volt Diving website we have, but we are adding more to that. So that is voltdiving.com. And we are going to be adding more stuff to that.
You should absolutely put your eBay and Amazon link in your descriptions of all your videos. Just saying.
You have yours like that, right?
I don't. Well, I don't because I don't sell on eBay right now. I do have an eBay seller account, but
oh, okay.
Yeah, no. But I'm just saying that you really ought to do that because a lot of people who watch you want to know that. I just don't do it because I don't have time for it. I take care of my mom and my medical conditions and all that kind of stuff. Just it doesn't work for me. But you really should do that so that people can go and look and buy stuff from you and help support you that way.
Oh, okay.
I do have Amazon links in my my grabbers and my gloves and all that kind of stuff. I have an Amazon affiliate link where if you go in there and buy stuff, but you really should put your Amazon seller link in there so they can go and find stuff that you post on Amazon and post on eBay and your Volt Diving channel or .com or whatever. Yeah, you should put all of that in your description so that folks can go and help support you that way. Like I said, everybody is different, so y'all have a different circumstance than I do. So, but anyway, yeah.
I think
if you like, when we wrap up the show, if you're still able, Mrs. Bolt, hang out with us after the show, and then we can do a little bit of brainstorming if you've got time. And we don't want to keep you, but it might be beneficial if you like.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, okay. No, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there isn't a dumpster diver out there that has some kind of hoarding pile, and it's probably started off with I can fix that, and the multiple of projects, we inundate ourselves with because it only needs a little glue here, it only needs a little nail there.
I might need that someday.
A flower on that spot right there.
And that's it, and that's where it stems from. Our desire. It's because, like you said, Mrs. Bolt, it's like we see intrinsic value in things. That we want to be able to save it and pass that on. As a complete item.
See, and at the same time, we do get a lot of criticism. Why didn't you take everything? Why didn't you take that? And so at the same time, we still have to see and look at what we can sell or what we can donate or what we can use and kind of like filter that out on the spot, like that because we can't take everything, like we do multiple dumpster dives every week. So if that's why I say we don't really need a big huge vehicle because we're going to be going out again in a couple days. So there's no way we're going to be bringing, truckloads every single day, every other day. is not going to
Exactly.
work. So we see
I have to say, one of the greatest purchases I've made in recent times, ladies, was a smaller car. I'm not afraid to say it out there in the chat in dumpster land, but I get a lot of comments saying you need a truck, you need a bigger. No. Yeah, honestly, people, and I've said it once, I've said it twice. You know what? I'm going to say it a million times.
I don't need a truck.
It has a trickle down effect, right? If you get a bigger truck, you need a bigger house, or a bigger shed, right?
Where are you going to put everything?
I tell you what, if all those people that say that want to store the stuff for me, I'll take it all. But I doubt they store it for me, let me tell you.
And that's the thing that, like, why we we drive the Volt, is that for the most part, except for the Amazon and Bed Bath & Beyond, those ones are further away. But for the most part, we're nearby, close enough to where we only use the electric part of it. So we're not spending on gas, and it, it's really efficient, and it does fit a good amount. So we're pretty happy with this car. And
oh my gosh.
Yeah, people.
I am so happy with my little car. It absolutely packs just enough that I can process in my house.
Otherwise, your wife is going to get, why you brought so much stuff?
No, she'll just say, take that and yourself back into that car, get out, don't come back until it's all been sold, given away, or whatever.
You see Big B on the corner handing out his dumpster finds.
I'm the hustle. Hey, I just want to say a quick hello to Copper State Treasures. It's our friend Lisa. How are you, Lisa? Oh my gosh, so good to see you, dear friend. Oh my goodness. Welcome to our humble little life. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I limit my I limit what I take, and that's because it has to be managed. And if I'm ever at a stage where I can't manage it, something's got to give, right? And happy wife, happy life. It's a true thing. It exists, and
happy
for the most part,
too.
Yeah, it does. A happy life helps too. In the event of my church is no longer accepting the donations, which are very large, quite large donations, boxes and boxes. I've had to resort to directly to families. So it meant putting it out there, and it meant them putting themselves out there as well. But in the long run, it was good. Now I just go straight to their houses. I drop off care packages, relative to their family size, and these are people like within my community directly. So how do you go about doing that, and without it being intrusive? Because people aren't really willing to put their hand up and say, I'm in need. You know what I mean? So there's some in between person, a pillar within the community, that knows these families. So got to find that in between person that can do that. But direct to family is the best way. I donate so much stuff. 20 families sometimes I'm helping in 1 week, and yeah.
And I
can't always video that. It's just one of these things you just got to do. It doesn't require that kind of acknowledgement. You know what I mean?
Right, and every diver's situation is different. You're in Western Australia. I'm over here in the U.S., and the things don't work out that way for me. So I've got to be able to stuff whatever I can into the little pantries. And I have to keep going back constantly. to fill it up with the things that I do find, because I find so much sometimes. So it does become difficult, and I do have a life outside of YouTube and dumpster diving. So, I'm just saying we can't. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that's something that we're kind of like dealing with right now. I mean, my husband, when he goes out and does his routes, he finds people and lets them know what he does, and he tells them about the food, and they want it. They're like surprised that they throw all these steaks and everything, like and all this fresh fruit, and so we're kind of like slowly building up a little group of people that can take some of the stuff.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we can't take everything. Our freezer is like stuffed right now, full of steaks and shrimp. So
some subscribers will tell you, go get another freezer.
Oh yeah, but it does help though. I mean, I mean, of course we would eat steaks before, but it's like now it's like, okay, we have these nice cuts of steak like all the time, and
I love it.
And the shrimp. My husband, he found like some shrimp like in the last video that he did, and he wasn't sure about it, so he kind of like just took a couple bags. So I'm like already letting him know, okay, we get shrimp, we get steaks, because my baby, she loves shrimp, and our other daughter, my son, he loves steak, and it's just like, okay, this is our list. If you see these, grab them.
Right.
So Mrs. Bolt, who in the family loves caviar?
Oh, that was just a little experiment. It wasn't actually that bad. I would say that there was like another cheese that was like disgusting, but the caviar, everybody tasted it. Everybody said it was okay, but there was no way they'd pay.
Yeah.
What was it like? I think it was like $50 for that little container.
Yikes.
Oh yeah. If you knew what they had to go through to get caviar, straight out of the sturgeon. Oh yeah, it's an acquired taste for sure.
Yeah, that was just that was an experience, because we never had a caviar before, but it was okay.
Yeah,
so it definitely wasn't the best, and it wasn't the worst thing that we found that day. So I think there was like some kind of like cheese. I don't even remember what it was, but there was this cheese in that one. Yeah, that did not have a great flavor to it. But besides that, I mean, there was all this salmon, and that was a really good find.
At least you can say to to people, well, I had caviar once. Hey, JD Ramsey, thank you so much for your $20 super sticker. Super appreciate you. Thank you so much. And Lisa, for your super sticker, thank you so much, Lisa. You guys are amazing. Appreciate you so much. Thank you. All your super chats and the donations that I get, they all help enable myself and the dumpster divers like ourselves to carry on doing what we enjoy doing and being able to show you guys exactly. Thank you. So now that your channel is up and running and it's gaining momentum and popularity, where do you hope to see it? Like in the future, what do you see for your channel? That will we see live dives in the future? Will we see you connecting with your subscribers, doing a live broadcast with? Is that something that you're maybe considering, or?
I kind of thought, we kind of thought about that too. I don't know. It's like we do the dives, and then for us, the way that we do it, there's a lot of editing into the videos, and then I kind of worry about the, like the internet shutting down or something. Do you guys ever have any issues with that? Like, if you guys do like live dives?
Yeah, it happens all the time.
I haven't done a live dive, so I don't know. But I would imagine that if I did, I would have immense trouble with internet shutting down.
Yeah, because I don't. That's what I was saying before too. Because like my husband, he does the dives and he goes in, pretty quick, unless he has like permission or they already know him, then he'll take his time and just kind of go through things. But like the Amazon ones and the Bed Bath & Beyond, he's doing it like as fast as he can. So, and that's kind of like why he has me doing the voiceovers for it too, because like for him, he's just focused on the dive, and he's like, sometimes he doesn't even hear like around him too, so it's kind of hard for him to do something like that, on the spot.
Oh, sure,
But I
sure.
think
I
something,
I think if you're in store for a good holiday, like if you go, like, oh my gosh, if you went to like did a live dive during your Bath and Beyond, I mean, that would have been crazy. And running around and camera angle isn't as important in a live dive as it is. I mean, it's all important. Don't get me wrong; it's all important, but not as if you were getting ready to edit a video.
Mhm.
You can provide a better viewing experience, for your subscribers. But the live dive is all about the action. It's all about the well, not so much the hype, but the anticipation. The discovery in real time. So you what's the trade off? The trade off is the excellent camera angle, the pristine, crispy, clear picture is the trade off for
Mhm.
actually being at the dumpster with the diver amongst the action. So I guess you got to just try and weigh it up as best as you can. And what's the greatest threat? The greatest threat is just the reception.
How do you feel about like the premieres? Like, do you guys like the premieres, like when you upload a video and then do the live premiere kind of thing?
Okay. Um, well, we can get into it a lot more detail, like after the show, because a lot of subscribers like the premieres
Hmm.
and being able to connect with the creators. Um, I've stopped doing them because they are fairly harmful to our channel's growth. The reason being is they're construed as a live, and the premieres only really tap into your subscribed viewers, so it doesn't really go out until after that live section of the premiere has been processed, and then it goes out to the
Oh,
masses.
okay.
So that's how it works for the algorithms.
Hmm.
But that's not to say, hey, that's not to say that they can't be done at all. I guess I would make it for premieres for like super special announcements,
Yeah.
coupled with a really excellent video. You know, but me personally, I've stopped doing them.
Hmm.
Otherwise, every second video I was doing premieres, as a lot of other channels were. So that's my feeling about it. They have a place, but it's not for it's not really designed for premiering every other video. If that's any help,
Yeah.
yeah,
No, that is. Yeah, we tried a couple here and there, but yeah, I'm not really sure like how that all works, but yeah, we kind of.
yeah. How are you finding out like understanding your analytics?
Well, we see like, okay, because we started out doing the apartment dives and scrapping also, but we see like a lot of people, they like the food dives. We had started doing that because where we're at nearby, a lot of the dumpsters were with compactors or locked, and we couldn't really get to them until we found the Amazon Fresh. That one actually bumped us up quite a bit. So we do see that reviewers, they like that.
Yeah,
And then yeah, we're just kind of like testing out, seeing, because I mean the thing is that like they like the food videos, but also at the same time, like we do use the scrapping to make money,
sure.
so because we do scrap a lot and resell. So that's kind of like our income part for that. But then we also want to make videos that, people will enjoy and that they like.
Sure. as a creator,
So
we're always hopeful that we're producing, putting out a good product, right? So and like you say, you just got to test around, and don't forget to utilize your community tab. They have a poll feature in there because there's no better way to
oh
find
yeah.
out about what the people want by asking, well, exactly what the people want. That utilizing polls I've found in the past have helped. And
Oh yeah, we set that up. Actually, you contributed to that poll. So we
oh,
did
did
have,
I?
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so we did set that up and that helped. There are people that like different ones too, so we kind of like we'll put in a scrap one too or university one, but we kind of stay clear of the university ones during the summertime because just a little preference of ours because there are more flies and it kind of like shows up a lot on the video and everything, and then so we kind of like do different things, but we notice that there's different viewers that like different things, so we try to get a little bit of everything, but also like we need to also grow the channel too to where we can focus on what the majority prefer.
Yeah, and I think it's like to me, we should be able to utilize our creative flair, and and like you say, test the grounds with the sort of different interests that you have relative to dumpster diving. So yeah, it's not an easy bag, but as time goes on, you'll find a real nice happy medium. That as long as you're happy with the end product, I guess is what I'm saying at the end of the day.
Yeah, because all the like the resale stuff, I mean, that's good. We can make money and also donate from that. The food, we're trying to find more people that can take some of the food off, but also like we're using the food. I don't know if you've probably seen it in the videos where we're putting like a picture of something that we made with the food that we found, and that seems to kind of show like a little bit more. Like the egg salad. We do we found all these eggs at the dollar store, and we made the egg salad sandwiches with that, and then we just show the smoothies or different things that we can use from the food that we find. So we are actually working on a website for that too, where we can kind of show like the recipes more in detail. I don't have it fully set up and ready because I have been like working on that, like getting that set up. I mean,
Yeah.
it is cookingwithbolt.com, but just to apologize right now, it is not like it is not set up and ready yet. But I have the recipes going, so I'm like working on that. So yeah, I trying to see different things that we can use with like the food. If we do stick with the food more
Yeah.
than the scrapping or because we'll still do scrapping no matter what. But I mean,
Sure.
the apartments, we still do that. But if we do tend to go more towards the food, then we're trying to see other things that we can use in relation to that. Like some of the pictures that I've taken, like my kids, they saw the banana muffins that I made and they thought it was like a stock photo. And I was like, oh no, that was me. That was all me.
Mom, I can't believe it.
I know. So there's also Pixabay. I don't know if you guys have seen like the website Pixabay, where you can upload your pictures, and there's donations too that you can take in. So there's different things that you can do with different stuff. So we're trying to like kind of build onto that. Like if I'm doing food, I'm making food anyways.
Yeah.
I can work on a recipe. I mean, of course it takes longer because I have to get the angles and all the stuff, so it's more work. But that's something else that we can use with it, like doing the recipes for the stuff that we find in the dumpsters, where at least maybe 1 or 2 ingredients, hopefully the whole thing, but at least something is found in the dumpsters that can be reused, saved, and shown to benefit, like maybe the recipes where somebody can have a recipe of something. And then so that's where the Cooking with Bolt comes in, where we are working on recipes to put out, and then we are setting up our Pixabay account where we can just kind of post those pictures of the food that we find.
Absolutely, and it's relative to the cooking. There's so many off branches to dumpster diving, right, Kathy? I mean, like
Yeah.
it's not just cooking with the food, but and then donating. But there's an environmental side. I mean, look, there's so many things we can branch off that makes it relative to what we're doing. I mean, because this is a lifestyle choice for us, right? This isn't just a flash in the pan sort of a fad that we're going through. We existed this life before YouTube, and now we're putting it out on the world stage, where and literally putting our neck out there,
Yeah.
subject to all sorts of comments, both positive and negative. And so it just trying to make it relative. When I I cooked breakfast live last week, on the show.
Hey, and
Um,
you know what, Big B, I had so many positive comments from the reselling community who came over to watch from, me talking about it over there, that said, "Oh my gosh, we loved watching him cook food." So we can do that again. They enjoyed it so much. So yeah, that was a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, we've got a couple of people that have just joined us and saying hello to both Volt and Kathy. You got Judy May Collins.
Hello.
Hey.
We've also have Juby, our friends Julie and Billy, the ex family man.
I was
But
gonna
now
say, is that Family Man?
yes, that's the Juby. Then
I love that name, Juby. That's awesome.
yeah, hey, Billy. I every time I see your name, like so many songs from the 1950s come into my mind, my friend. Juby, stop picking on me. Nah.
Right?
But he's just subscribed to you last week, Volt, Mrs. Volt.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Awesome.
We've got Billy and I have got a conversation going on when I found those bottles of glitter in the dumpster in my last video. He
Oh
goes,
my gosh, you found so much
he said,
glitter.
Big B, would you sprinkle that over the top of you while you're twirling around singing a song for TikTok? And I go, I will after you, my dear friend. I will after you.
There's no way I'm sprinkling any kind of glitter on myself. I'm sorry.
I have to agree with you,
That
Kathy.
never goes away.
Exactly. I'm certainly not a fan of trying to pick glitter out of my clothes. No, thank
I
you.
believe you actually said, I don't want that in my car.
In my car, yeah,
Yeah.
I did. Oh,
You
they
will
want
never
none of
get it
that
out.
in my car.
You will
Yeah,
never get it out.
yeah. There you go. You've been pre-warned, GB. Copper State Treasures, Lisa. 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Absolutely, lock me in. Lock me in, Copper State. I'll email you and we can confirm that
Wait,
for
you're
you.
going to go on the Friday show?
Oh yeah, she just asked me if I wanted to come on.
What? Heck yeah.
And
They have a show, her and my friend, Reselling Adventures, Adventures in Reselling with Victoria, who has a morning show every morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. They do a show on Friday night. About channels, and you can go on there and promote your channel for 5 minutes or however long, whatever. But it's an amazing show. I'm always there. Most of the time, I'm always there. So yeah. Heck
oh,
yeah.
I'm just all of you know, like I've always been a huge supporter of other channels, even in other genres, But
Yes, yes.
I'm really prevalent in the dumpster diving community. I actively go and seek out new channels and show my support and encouragement, and always say to everyone, keep working hard. Isn't that right? Isn't that right, Mrs. Volt?
Oh yes.
Always been encouraging, and
Very
because
much.
I know what it's like to have been at that position once before, and to get the messages that I got from people, like Kathy and other channels, that it kept me motivated and inspired, and and wanting to do more. So I put I pass that forward to the people I see, and I watch. I'm a avid watcher like Kathy is, and I'm sure you are too, Mrs. Bolt.
Oh yeah.
Active, avid watchers of not just dumpster dive, but in particular while we're on this live, dumpster diving channels. So yeah, yeah, I could tell you. I remember. I could tell you anything about any one of Just Me Kathy's videos that she's had over the last year. And I could probably tell you anything about any of the videos of vault diving too that they've had over the last few months. That's how much I watch. So yeah, come on with Copper State Treasures and support that.
Yeah.
Can count me in. Absolutely. And to be asked. What an honor. What an honor to be
Yeah.
asked.
Oh my gosh,
Heck
I
yeah.
can't wait.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's
I mean,
perfect.
sometimes you have to cross over into different genres or niches or whatever you want to call it in order
Yeah.
to, like I said, the reselling community is what, no pun intended, vaulted my channel into the space that it's in right now. So, yeah.
Oh
I'm
no,
sorry.
we're totally going to take that as a
Oh,
pun.
no.
Yeah, you vaulted.
They
Vaulted
vaulted my
vault.
channel into
The Cheyenne, it's called the reselling. Which one is it called again, Kathy?
give me 1 second and I'll look it up. 1 second.
Oh,
One
no,
second.
here it is. It's have a look in the comments. It's treasure Copper State Treasures. Oh, here it is. It's 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. It's a spotlight show called Victoria Adventures in Reselling.
Y'all, and Victoria and Lisa are so sweet and funny. And look, Victoria is one of my good friends. So Lisa too. She's got a lot going on with her job, and her husband is a respiratory therapist, and he goes around to different states. He was in New York at the beginning of the pandemic.
For a long time, yes.
Yes. And he's in Alaska right now. I don't know if she's still in Alaska right now. She was visiting him. But yeah, he goes around and helps take care of COVID patients with his respiratory therapy. Yeah. So, but they're both amazing people. I love them both dearly.
Yeah, I haven't. I know you've only just come back on the scene. Most recently, Lisa. But I think the last things that I was watching is you were doing your dress up, or was it Costume Fridays? I think it might have been. They were so much fun, man. Watching these.
It's a time to let go and be free and be happy, and everybody just cut loose in the chat and on the live or whatever they cut loose. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I know it's we're gonna start wrapping up the show. We've been on for nearly 3 hours. Can you believe it, Kathy?
No, holy
Mrs. Bolt, nearly 3
It just
hours.
flew by.
I know. That's what happens when you're having fun, right?
Exactly.
Now, Mrs. Bolt, I hope you and Mr. Bolt will consider coming back on and joining us on the live stream again in the future. You guys are most welcome anytime.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yes.
And I hope you've enjoyed the little amount of time you've had on the live stream here with me and Kathy.
Yes, I love it.
I really enjoyed getting to know you a little bit better. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, Yes, so
Thank
so
you.
hang in there with us, and then we'll chat a little bit more after the
Yes.
broadcast. And we'll get some brainstorming done
Mhm.
for a little bit. But to everyone out on the chat, thank you so much. Don't forget, if you're going to is Heather's Hall's got an auction on her new channel tonight, Belle? Can you confirm or not confirm that? I think she has. She's going to do her. It's to wrap up the show because it's not a show, right? No, that's right.
No,
It is
it's
not a
not
show.
alive.
It's alive, Katie. It's alive.
Hey, look, you know what? Cody is one of my. I love Cody to pieces, and she'll tell you exactly like it is.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what, Katie? Kathy says nothing but good things about you. You know,
Yep.
97.3% of the time. I'm only joking. I'm only joking. Hey, CM, sorry if I missed you earlier, my dear friend. Hi, CM.
Dean.
Not at all, you guys. No one came in late at all. But yeah, just before we do wrap up the live, just a bear of thought and prayers and heaps of
Yes.
condolences for our friends Tina and for
Juan.
Juan and his family.
And
Bear that in mind. Let's hope that
Carrie.
the Live Drive Lounge will be up and running again for the Saturday night show. So please look forward to that. I won't be on it myself, at least till after Christmas. So just letting you guys all know that the work commitments I'm having right now have really got me, well, pressured into, not pressured, but that it's a thing I have to do. So
But also keep Carrie Vick in your prayers. She's in the hospital with COVID right now.
Oh
So
yes, that. Thank you for reminding me. Yes, of course, Kerry Vickers as well. She's in hospital. E-Dreams, you are a rock, my friend. You are a
you're
rock.
amazing.
Thank you, Inga. Awesome, and also the rest of the moderators who are here. But thank you, E-Dreams, awesome. A love and appreciation to you all, and I'm sure I speak on behalf of Mrs. Bolt and Kathy when I say
Yes.
that you guys are all amazing. I look forward to seeing you guys next week on the next live. And yes, go over there and support Heather's auctions, even if you're not buying anything. Just pop
Yes.
in, say hi. Yeah, we just came from Big B's, and yeah, show some love.
Yep.
So,
She has
so
nice stuff too.
She
she does. She does. Yes, awesome stuff. Yeah. I'm so glad I live where I do because it would just cost too much for me to buy anything. I'm not opposed to buying a purse. Uh, not for myself, of course, but I'm
Oh,
not
okay.
opposed.
for your darling, your darling would
I,
love a purse.
yeah, I think some of the earthy colors would really offset my eyes.
I think they
To
call
be
it a
honest,
man bag, maybe.
the man bag. That's
There you go. Immerse.
There you go.
yeah. Yeah. Well, in saying that, good night and good day. Have a
Love all
absolutely
y'all.
wonderful
Thank you.
rest
Thank
of your
you.
day, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you guys coming in and giving us your attention. Love and appreciation to you all, and I'll see you the next time.